barkeep, and a bunch of talk between two different groups of people, kind of doing question at the same time. Y'all were able to kind of get an info dump about Barovia, Strahd, and what's going on in the village here, and why y'all might have gotten kind of a cold reception. You also definitely got the Neo vibe from the Matrix, that y'all aren't the first adventurers that have come through the valley, and that Strahd makes a habit of bringing people here on a semi-regular basis, and some fare better or worse so far than you all. But you have, I think, Jack and Baron had made the acquaintance of one of the villagers named Gerald, and then moved on to the Blood of the Vine Tavern, where the remaining of the group had already kind of gone and met Eric, the barkeep, and first met Ismark. And so I think Ivor did a good bit of questioning until everybody kind of surrounded the table, and y'all kind of pumped him for additional information. He talked to you about his adoptive sister, Irina, who had been bitten, they believe, by Strahd, and that a few weeks back, the family had sent a letter to I guess you'd say, the fabled or the legendary vampire hunter, who they believe is somewhere in the valley, in one of the other cities. And y'all kind of disclosed to Ismark that message had not made it, that y'all found the messenger, or what was left of him, his decomposing body or torn apart body. And I believe, correct me if I've missed anything, but that's about kind of where we stand. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. We were told that the vampire hunter was in Valak, or possibly in Valak, as a city.
Yes, that is correct. That is where the burgomaster, the father of Ismark, who he has now said is deceased, that is where they believed reports. Their kind of research had led them to believe that he might be staying in and around that city. And I believe I took y'all at the time to the map and showed y'all where he kind of drew y'all. That was the other thing. Yeah, he kind of, a rough-handed, rough sketch of the valley, which looks great. So he's a great drawer. But now y'all kind of have an idea of not only where you were at and where the village of Barovia is, but where it is in relation to everything else.
So let's see, village. Barovia.
It should be in y'all's handouts.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Were we at a resting point, or were we just at a stopping point for that day, or for that session?
We just kind of hit the pause button.
Okay. Gotcha. I was just making sure it wasn't nighttime and we weren't like huddled up somewhere.
No, y'all did question Eric, or it was actually, I think it might have been Ismark, about lodging, and he had let you know that Eric would there was some meager lodging there at the tavern, that he would be more than happy to give you an upstairs room. Y'all asked where he lived, and he mentioned the mansion, which again, it's a play on words or an oxymoron. It's not, there's nothing that would pass as a mansion or a palatial estate here, but it is one of the larger homes that him and his sister, and again, at that time, their father lived.
Before we leave for the evening or whatever, Carrick will lean forward to Ismark and say, Ismark, does the name The Traveler mean anything to you?
He'll kind of look in the air and kind of think, and he'll say, he doesn't necessarily ring a bell. Could unless you're possibly referring to the vampire hunter himself. He's gone by different names, as legend said. I haven't heard The Traveler. That doesn't sound familiar to me. Maybe it's one of his pseudonyms.
Thanks.
Mm.
All right. Did we decide how far this place is we need to go to find the vampire hunter?
It's quite a ways away.
It looks a long way on the map.
It looks like, yeah. So is it like roads that we can travel, or are we going to be fighting trees every 100 yards like we have been? That's what I'm asking Mark this question. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. No, you're safe. Let me pull up the map. I guess
300 feet that want to kill you.
would be the easiest thing is to take y'all to the map.
Yeah, okay, I was on it. But.
Yeah, I know there's one in the journal. This might be easier to we can all see it together.
Yeah.
He'll kind of take his finger and again kind of point to where the village is, and down there in the bottom right, and he will kind of show you and run his finger along. You should see. I don't think that's on the GM layer. Hold on, let me see.
It's not on our layer, but Valak is right here. And
Do you see the red line on y'all's map? Does that show up on your map?
It shows up on the journal map, but not the one you have shown on the map layer. I guess map layer.
Okay, then that red line must be on the map or the GM layer for the page. But for the journal, that should show you what the we'd say the major roads are. So he'll kind of run his finger along that road that heads south across the bridge, and you'll see it kind of divert in several spots. But that is what he would call the main old Svalich road, and that would run kind of in the direction of the other major cities. Again, there's really only three what we would call hubs, that the village of Barovia, Valakai, and Kretsk.
And Valakai is the one that we think the hunter is at.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the one where he thinks that's where they were sending a message, an emissary to. There were reports that he might be in that location, and there was hopes that someone might recognize this emissary who had an important message for him. But again, they have nothing to go by. They don't have a description of what he looks like, a name or anything like that. It was more of like a last ditch or last hope effort.
So nobody knows what this guy looks like.
Correct. This Ismark will kind of relay to you that while he realizes that it's not a great plan, they were kind of out of options. The father had written this letter begging for help, and basically this emissary, this messenger's job was to kind of he was a trusted member of the family, but his job was to kind of go there and kind of do some investigating and do some asking around and see if he might be able to either draw the attention of the legendary vampire hunter, or at least ascertain his identity so that they could deliver the message.
The messenger's name is.
Oh, here. He's dead, but the messenger's name was.
We found the messenger.
That's right. Okay.
We delivered the letter back to its sender.
But didn't we find him somewhere around in here on the map? Because didn't we come in
we came in from the north, I thought.
Yes, you did.
So we came in like this.
Boom. Yeah, that's exactly
somewhere. Change my damn
Yeah.
Couldn't he going in the opposite direction of
right thing anyway?
That would be that Jack, you would be making a good or valid observation that yes, this is the area in which y'all came, and this is the area in which you found his body.
Jared, you can have you or Ismark answer this question if it's appropriate, but honestly don't know. Does he know what this structure here is? Like a cave or something?
He says, yes, he basically kind of lets you know that those are additional statue stones that kind of mark the edge of the fog, and that's kind of what they use as a barometer to know how far to go, how far they're allowed to go.
Does the fog move?
Ismark will nod and say yes. The fog, while it appears to maybe have a mind or a life of its own, it is controlled solely by Strahd.
Does it ever come into town?
Yes.
Hmm. Does a lot of people die when it comes into town?
Mark will say no. By and large, most people, when they see it's coming, they just simply retreat into their homes. And
So it doesn't go into any structures?
Ismark kind of shakes his head at Jack and says, no. Again, Strahd knows. I think he does it more to scare us. Sometimes he comes with the fog. Again, he has visited the village on numerous occasions, and then he kind of refers you back to his sister and says that he knows that, especially as of late, he's visited twice to her specifically and gained entrance to the mansion and bitten her. But no, I mean, does he have the ability? He kind of seems hesitant to answer 100% one way or the other, but he believes that yes, if Strahd wanted to, he could make it go to wherever he wants. And Baron, to answer your question, the messenger's name was Zalkin.
Okay.
The fog. Has it ever done anything strange? Have you noticed anything that it does when it's around? Specifically to like your senses, like you can't see or hear or
walk or
smell or anything like that? I'm trying to ask him if he's had that effect where there's no sound but not be that open about it.
Yeah, no, gotcha. Ismark will kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I've never gone into the fog, and
I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm pretty exhausted from it.
He says, and I don't really know of anybody that has gone into the fog and returned from it. We just simply know, based on history of the people that have gone and not come back, and the stories passed down, that obviously it's not something you want to go into. So,
are there any elves that live in the valley?
He says, not that I'm aware of. And then he kind of stops and he goes, well, there are no elves that live that are what you would call inhabitants or citizens of the valley. There is one particular elf that I know of, and he kind of pauses and says, he is an emissary, a servant of Strahd himself, though.
and his name is.
I'll describe, the henchman, whatever his name is, to him. That rings a bell.
He will nod and say, "You're the
Rahadin.
Yeah, Rahadin." He says, after you kind of give him a physical description of this kind of darker complected elf, he will nod his head and say, "Yes, that sounds as if, especially if you've visited or met this person."
Pineapple Sideboard.
Yeah, in either the company or related to Strahd, and then you would be referring to Rahadin. He's a dusk elf that has been in servitude to Strahd for hundreds and hundreds of years. He's a fearsome creature that the only one possibly more ruthless and deadly than him would be Strahd himself.
Strahd seems super nice.
Ismark will smile at that and says, "Oh, he will gladly entertain his guests. He seems like a very welcoming host, and has no more use of you." And then
Am I still charmed by Strahd?
No.
Okay.
What do you know? What do you know about the world outside of the valley? Do you know about where this place came from, as far as What's outside the valley? What's beyond the fog?
He kind of shakes his head and says, "No." I mean, I know legends. I know things that are passed down, but you have to understand that for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, the only things that we know, the only history and the life that we know is here. My father, his father's father, and so on, was born here, lived here, and died. And the only ones that we know of that are able to leave the fog to what's beyond is the Vistani, who I kind of let you know when we talked about earlier. They are friends of Strahd. They are given the ability to pass through the fog. They are semi-responsible for luring other adventurers or travelers here in some cases, and we don't consort with them. We consort with them as little as possible, and so I don't get much information gleaned from them about what lies beyond the fog.
Okay. Well, if nobody else has any questions, then I'll turn to the group and say that. I guess that's it for me, you guys. If y'all want to head out, or do we need to rest before we head out? How are y'all feeling?
I'll ask a question real quick. So if I kill a soulless person, is it murder?
He said, "I don't give much thought to things like that. That would be a question more appropriate for maybe the priest, Donovich. He maybe knows a little bit more about that as far as the right and wrong of things. I can tell you that there's not much murder that goes on here unless it's by the hand of Strahd or the Vistani."
Cool.
Well, I'm good, guys. That was just my moral conundrum here.
Well, we can go talk to the priest if you want to.
I'm good with whatever y'all want to do.
I mean, I don't know that Carrick has anything other he needs to do other than try and kill this guy and get home. Good brother.
Well, apparently old homeboy was headed the wrong direction to go find the vampire hunter. So
Yeah, was that on purpose or is he just stupid?
We don't know. Maybe we'll get to this other town that's 100 miles away and they'll tell us that we need to go back the way we came.
Is that how far it is? Really? 100 miles?
What did we say? Each one of those tiles is a quarter mile, right? Isn't that what it is?
Let me see the key. Yes, each square hex is a quarter of a mile. I'm not going to bother to count all the little hexes, but
Well, if the scale is set right on the map, it should the what you call it, the measuring tool should work.
it might not be set right.
It was red, yeah, right there.
Yeah, it looks like it's set right. 26 hex is 7 miles. It's only 8 miles.
yeah, boom, there you go.
8 miles as the crow flies.
Yeah, I was
I was
gonna say,
literally about to say that.
yeah.
As the skeletal owl flies. All right, boys. Well, y'all want to rest up and then head out in the morning?
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
I could use a rest.
Secure. Who knows this bartender? Go get us a room. I assume we'll be sleeping in the hut tonight.
I'm feeling a little exhausted. A long rest would be nice.
I think him and Ivor are really good friends.
Yeah. I guess. I can't remember.
Do we have any of this valley money that we need since apparently our gold is no good here?
You do not have any of yet.
If only we had a rogue that could steal some.
I'll have to look at that. But Go talk to the.
Trying to get Ivor in trouble, I think.
Well, I need to pull up a sheet. I got it.
How do we pay for the beers?
They were given to us.
Yeah, he gave them to you. He gave Jack and Baron one based on just the referral by Gerald, but then the ones that everyone else enjoyed, Ismark, he bought those for y'all.
Gotcha. Well, I'll go talk to him, see if we can get a room.
All right. So you'll make your way back up to the bar.
And Ben, is that your name? It's Ben, right? Eric is there. You said something about some rooms. We need 2 rooms.
Okay.
Or, how many rooms do you have?
He let you know that he's got 3 rooms upstairs. No one better than the other. It's an empty house as far as vacancy goes. He says that you can have one or all 3 of them because of Ismark. He says that he will not charge you for them. That your stay will be on the house.
I mean, I hate taking things for free. Is there anything you need?
And he says, anything that you would probably give me would probably just be taken by Strahd. But I can only hope.
In that case, I'm going to give you an ass whooping.
He kind of you'll make him crack a smile with that, and he says, while I've heard that before, one can only hope that maybe this time will be different.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, and like I said, if there's anything we can do, or mainly, we can do, let us know.
He nods and he says, and he apologizes for it's not going to be the Ritz, is what I guess the vernacular he would use.
And if you don't mind, can we just take all 3 rooms just for one night?
He says, he nods and says, sure, we get no visitors except for, again, people like you, which we normally don't have much to do with, but y'all seem like a decent bunch, so please take all 3.
If anybody else comes in that you haven't seen before, please let us know.
And he kind of, how would you want me to do that? As far as
carrier pigeon? I mean, just come up there, knock on the door, let us know. And then if anybody that works for Strahd shows up, that'd be awesome to know too.
He says, I will do.
And we're going to be here for like 3 days. We're not leaving town. Check.
Okay. All right. He says, all 3 rooms are yours.
All right. Deal. Appreciate it. Do we have keys, or is it just kind of like, doesn't matter if it's locked or not?
No, I mean, he when you ask that question, he goes, well, I'll be honest, give me a moment. I'll have to try to find them again. We don't get any visitors that use the rooms upstairs. And so he'll kind of disappear behind the counter, stoop down, and you'll hear kind of throwing around. He's kind of opening cabinets and things like that. And then he'll produce 3 separate keys. They're kind of covered in grime and dust. They hadn't been used in ages, but he'll hand them to you and say they're yours for as long as you need them.
Nice. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I go get everybody and go upstairs.
Okay. So
what's just something you want to do?
I'm good. I'm feeling a little exhausted. I could go for a rest.
Yeah. You start liking vampires when you get tired, so let's get
all right. So y'all will Grim will return to the table with the keys and the news that y'all have free access to the 3 guest rooms upstairs on the second floor of the tavern. Y'all will kind of finish your beverages of choice with Ismark, and unless there's anything else, then at that point the festivities will end, and Ismark will kind of push the chair away. As he stands up, he'll say, I have to see to attend to the burial of my father's. I mentioned that he's passed away just recently, but I invite you to visit the mansion tomorrow if you'd like before you set out, so that if there's any way I can assist you, whether it be directions or supplies or anything like that, as you make your way that way.
Baron will say, we appreciate it. We'll probably swing by. Thanks for your help, the greater.
Mm-hmm. And he will kind of leave for the evening. He'll go up there, and you'll see him speak with Eric for a few moments. So you can kind of hear just over, as y'all kind of walk away, he's just kind of settling the tab, and then he will depart from the tavern, and then the 6 of you all will ascend the stairs in the back of the tavern and make your way. Again, it's the second floor is smaller than the first. It's 3 rooms that are all kind of 2 across from one of the others. There's not much there, as far as there's no other rooms besides just those 3 vacant rooms in a narrow hallway. And I guess y'all can divvy up or do whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah, Carrick's going to do a few things.
Okay.
It's going to take me about 30 minutes or so to do them all. But first things first, I will pull out, whenever I decide what room we're going to.
Well, let's do this. Let's do this to make sure that you're able to take full advantage of this. Y'all are now level 11.
Oh. Oh,
holy shit.
I hadn't even planned to level up.
Me either.
Shoot.
Merry Christmas.
Holy crap. Like, I don't even know.
I don't know what I get in 11.
Holy crap.
Let me go grab the book.
I don't know what I get either. You go ahead.
Man. Okay, well, now Carrick's got like 8 hours worth of things to do. Well, I was going to say, though, just for Carrick's on security detail, right? So first comes the gold wire in the room, right? Yeah.
That was my HP roll for leveling up.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey,
Well done.
I can do first watch with Carrick.
Yeah, so alarm and the hut, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where's the hut? Let me move. Do the second level.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, third level. So I can't find it. So the alarm and the hut, and then for good measure, just because this place sucks balls.
Hey now.
I'm going to actually burn a spell slot and do Private Sanctum, and all of the same benefits that we had at Valor Point, we now have in our room.
All right. Let's see. 100 feet. Let's see.
Well, up to. So I'm not going to do like the whole place. So just literally just our room.
Okay.
Well, can we talk about? Are you going to tell us you're casting that before you cast it?
I mean, sure, it takes me 10 minutes.
So does mine.
The other also takes me 2 minutes.
What does that limit as far as abilities? We can't teleport. We can't.
Yeah, it's teleportation. It's any scrying. It's actual.
Okay, well, before you cast that, I'm going to attempt to scry on our vampire hunter.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I've got 20 minutes to do.
Make sure we know where he's at.
I'll do the other 2 first. So you've got 20 minutes.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea, Mr. Scrying.
All right, well, I'm going to do this again. This is a 10-minute thing. I'm going to sit down and pull out my silver mirror I bought back in the other place. Partially sunny before the bat
When the trees don't try and kill you.
Yeah.
Graham, I think.
Hello?
Did we?
He went to a dice on my screen. Y'all see that?
There he is.
I got a 5 out of D6 for my health.
Ooh, I need to roll mine.
You also add your constitution to that?
Yep. Man. Carrot stepping it up.
Is it was a D10 plus Constitution for me anyway?
Yeah, mine's D6.
Oh, rolled an 8.
I get a 1 extra anyway, just because. Plus 5. That's what I have.
Oh, damn. I get 6 level spells?
Ooh. There you go.
What? Okay, what did I pick? I think I've already picked it. No, I haven't. Dadgummit.
No, they don't.
I'm really gonna have to take my time and think about what spells we're getting here.
I know.
Might have plenty of time. Jared might be having a little technical difficulty.
Oh, really? This stuff's working on me.
I don't see him.
I had to refresh. He popped back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on mine.
Might be me. Yeah, it's me.
So many choices.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay.
I just saw my options.
I found him.
man. So here's a metagaming question. Would care? Oh man, I'll ask the party. I don't want to tell Jared what I'm thinking.
I don't know why you wouldn't,
Mm-hmm.
knowing your current situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's got to make a what?
A wisdom saving throw.
I missed something here.
Yeah, he survives. I mean, he saves himself from it.
Okay.
However, knowing I'm about to take a long rest, I'm gonna try it again.
Okay. All right, then let me
When
change.
you save though, don't you save for 24 hours as the target?
Let's see.
I think that's the way scrying works.
Can I use a spell against it for 24 hours? Yeah.
Okay.
He saves once he's good for 24 hours from you. If someone else wants to try, then they can try.
Well, I guess if anyone wants to try now because I'm gonna change this guy's name back to his pseudonym.
I can't. I don't have that one.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna change his name back to his pseudonym.
Mm-hmm.
It would go in there. Otherwise, if I roll it, it would put his real name or his pseudonym out there on the. All right.
Rudolph.
Yeah, it would kind of. All right. There we go. I just saw that.
What was it?
As y'all are kind of getting ready to settle down for the evening, everybody make perception checks.
Yep, like normal. That's normal Drode.
All right.
Ivor's gonna be next. Perception.
All right. Well, basically everybody but Jarut is, I guess he's really involved with whatever he's doing. Everybody else is, as y'all are kind of getting ready, the room that y'all are in, notices that there are blood begins to kind of what appears to kind of drip and form on the walls, and it makes out the phrase, "This is my room."
I'll say, Drew, is there any dead things around in here?
Here, we've seen a lot of dead things around here.
Like in this room.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, sounds good to me.
I did. Let's see. I don't have anything prepared. I usually rely on Drew to use his. Yeah, I mean, I don't have Detect Good and Evil prepared. I don't have. Like, God dang, Daruk, there's something here talking to us. The walls are bleeding, for Christ's sake.
Wait, they're bleeding? What do you mean they're bleeding?
I mean, all the walls. What?
All right. Everybody make perception checks as y'all are kind of talking. Oh. Everybody this time, except for Jack. Jack's kind of watching the two of y'all talk, Grim and Drew. But everybody else, including Drew this time, kind of notices that on one of the other walls, more blood begins to kind of drip and come down the walls, and it begins to slowly form the letters that make out the phrase, Carrick likes boys.
Where's Ivor?
Yeah, you're getting trolled because Ivor's not here. Are we in the tiny hut or are we just?
Carrick. I mean, if it's been 20, yeah, Carrick is.
So we're in the hut and we're looking at all this.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. And we're just.
I don't know if y'all were in that yet because what's his name? This was all kind of going on at the same time that Grim was casting his scrying.
Okay, well, you tell me. Are we in the hut or not?
If no one else, I think Grim or Carrick was giving anybody else an opportunity to cast like scrying or anything like that. Then if so, then I'd say with the exception of that strange event, then everything else is kind of time just passes as normal, and y'all would, I guess now would be in the tent if you're not supposed to do anything.
Yeah, if the hut's up, I'm in the hut.
Okay.
I was just wondering if we were already in it and could see this from outside.
Okay.
And we're just in one room, one of the 3 rooms upstairs.
That was my understanding that y'all all kind of congregated together for the hut. Now, if someone else is sleeping in the hut, I guess you let me know.
No, so guys, I'm pretty tired. Y'all can sort this out. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all, I guess real quickly sort it out who's sleeping where. If everyone's in the hut, that's fine. But if someone's not sleeping in the hut in one of the other rooms, let me know as soon as I get back. And go ahead while I'm gone. Go ahead and update your character sheet with your new HP and your new. And I'm going to go grab me another drink.
Well, we're going to update our character sheets with what? HP and what?
Spells and stuff. Like I it's a really poorly rated spell, but I guess it will come in very handy.
It would be useful for our current situation.
I know, and it's totally meta for me to pick that spell right now, but
I mean, that's where you're at.
yeah, screw it. I mean, I guess Carrick's smart enough to know because I did do the research, right? So I know about sunlight.
Yeah, we fought vampires before.
Right, and I specifically, before we left town, went to the library and did more research.
It could not be a better timing. I mean,
dude, it says it's like there's like a beam, right? Like a 5-foot line that I can do, but I can also.
I wouldn't assume Cram's not at his computer.
I mean, he's gonna figure it out. But it also does a 30-foot radius around me, which is huge.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that in the chat.
Well, you only did it twice. That's fine.
Carrick's topping off at 95 hit points.
Are you taking Sanctuary?
Yeah, I only have first level for sorcerer right now, so I don't know what else to go with.
Yeah, that's perfect though, because Sanctuary is ridiculous. It's a bonus action too, so you can almost use it any round.
So I can change it out once I get level 2 spells and stuff, but for right now, that's about all I see. That I don't know.
Oh, and just before I walked away to get my drink, I heard Baron mention what we were updating. Yeah, just update just your HP, unless there's something you already know that you wanted. I'm not going to hold you to. You've got time to pick your spells and stuff like that. Don't feel like you've got to make that decision right at this moment.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, not spells in Baron's case.
Right. I don't have it. Yeah.
Hey, Baron, what spell are you going to take?
I'm sure at some point though, Baron gets his, like 6th attack level, so he can attack like 6 times in a row.
Not yet.
I get a lot of spells. I just have to choose which one I want to take for the day.
Yeah.
That's right. Clerics get to switch in and out at will, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All the spells.
Yeah.
I do for Paladin as well.
I get 11 spells this round.
Holy
Nice.
crap. And you can change them every day.
Well, I get 1 6th level spell a day, so.
I have 1 6th level slot as well.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
And I didn't mean to cast that, Jared. I was adding it to my sheet
Oh,
over
that's
in the chat. I clicked on it by accident when I was adding it.
Oh, Sanctuary, I got you. I had something in front of it. Let's see here.
So we're at level 11 now, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Paladin. What Paladin level are you?
Paladin level, I'm 9.
All right, y'all got that done?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think so. I mean, I'm going to have to go back and read it, but
Yeah. Just for making sure that everybody got their any change, because I honestly haven't looked at what you get at 11 as far as other than obviously the HP bump, but if there's anything that you want to, you can take care of right now, otherwise we'll go ahead and go through the long rest. All right, so y'all will. I think we're coming up with who was staying where. Are y'all going to use all 3 rooms or any portion of the rooms, or y'all staying in the tiny hut?
no, I just wanted to occupy, at least have keys to all of them.
All right. And then who was kind of taking watch?
I'll take a watch.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'll take a watch, Carrot.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of this level of exhaustion, so I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. I'll swap off with Ivor at some point.
All right. So let's see here.
Oh, and some point during the watch, I want to try and cast Sending to my brother.
Okay.
And I'll just tell him that we are in Barovia. We've been pulled here by Strahd, and that I hope Iathir is still standing.
All right. You will send that message, and a few moments later, you will get a response. It will not be the voice of your brother. It will be the voice of Strahd that informs you, that says, "Ah, my dear Carrick, how sweet it is to check on your brother. But fear not." In 25 words or less, is pretty much Iathir will soon share the same fate as the rest of Faerun.
Eric will not reply again. And I'll remove sending from my spell list.
Yeah, that would you would recall that Grim previously attempted to send a message, and
I know Brandon knows that, but I couldn't remember if Grim shared that with the party or not. So I just figured I would officially do it myself.
okay.
Yeah, I think we were.
I have been extending it up the whole time, to be able to talk to people, but.
Right. So you could, we could just say that at that point you do share with the group. I guess, would you share with the group that happened?
Yeah, sure. Because I know that Grim has sending, I would at least tell Grim.
Yeah. So you'll inform Grim, and by proxy anybody else that happens to be awake that hey, just tried a sending message, and message did not receive the intended party.
Yeah, I should have told you I already did that, but maybe more communication. Mine, at least.
Well,
Hold on 1 second. And y'all can talk. I gotta mute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. Anyway.
Yeah, I would try that. That's all I'd really try on my thing, and then I'll finish my watch and settle in for my 4-hour rest. But I have something planned when I wake up from my rest.
Yeah, I'll take a half rest and let Ivor pop back up.
All right. So about 2 hours kind of roll by, and whoever was on watch, you don't. It appears to be pretty uneventful. I'm not sure how many, what increment of shifts y'all were doing. But if there's any changes after 2 hours, if not, then it kind of continues to roll on. Another hour rolls by without any type of incident. At that point, about 3 hours have passed. Are y'all maintaining the same on watch, or?
I guess Ivor's the only one on watch right now.
I'll watch with him. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I'll watch with him. I only need 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I just need
That's why I wanted to do an early watch and then take my rest and then wake up again before we do.
Right. Baron only needed half rest anyway.
Good. All right. Then another 3 hours roll past. You're about 6 hours into this 8-hour rest. And who are my people that are awake at this point?
I guess just me and Jack at this point.
All right, Jack and Grim, roll perception. Y'all see all and know all. Jack and Graham, as y'all are kind of on watch, watching the other group, the rest of the group kind of rest. Something will kind of catch your eye through the window, and it's again rather dark outside, but it's a fast enough movement that it does catch your eye with that perception. It appears that there are swirls of wind kind of passing quickly by the window. It's visible. What appears Again, you've seen it enough at this point. It seems to be fog. You also hear what sounds like the howl of wolves. And as you kind of see this pass by the window, and again, it's a small room, you're able to kind of see it. You can't see too far out past the darkness, but again, right by the window, you're able to kind of see this almost physical wind kind of blowing by, whether it's debris or the fog itself, you're able to see it and you hear the howls. It lasts maybe for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, and the howls then cease. And you notice that the fog kind of dissipates.
Well,
Nothing came in through the window or anything?
No, again, it would nothing other than what appeared to be, this fog that you've seen time and time again. It just passed directly, as almost like in waves, kind of like when you see a really bad storm and the sheets of rain, but similar to that type of movement. But it didn't appear to be rain. You didn't hear the rain hitting the window. It appeared to be that some type of darkness or fog that kind of was passing by, creating movements and shadows.
Okay.
Well, I guess we don't need to wake anybody up for this. We just let it ride.
Yeah, but par for the course for us, I think.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Strahd. All right, I'm going to bed now. My watch is over unless we perceive any more danger.
No, that's all that you perceived, and then no need to roll again. The rest of the 2 hours, y'all were 6 hours into it, kind of goes by, and Drew is having a field day with his new sanctuary spell.
Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to fix it.
He's
Sorry.
so exhausted. He's just casting it in his sleep.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that.
He's got Tourette's. The caster with Tourette's is terrible.
Y'all will awaken and kind of find yourselves all kind of waking up roughly around the same time. You'll kind of, I don't know how much room is in this tent, but you kind of can sit up and maybe even stretch your legs for the shorter individuals like Grim. And y'all kind of tell me what you're ready to do.
I feel much better, guys. I feel fully rested up now.
Out of that storm.
Hey, what do you think about vampires, Drew?
I hate them. They're the worst ever on this planet. They need to be eradicated and burned.
Perfect.
All right. Stop talking to the vampire.
All right, then we're good to go. Let's go find this vampire hunter.
What's his name? I got it. Rudolph von Richten.
Yep. All right. So y'all will kind of, I assume Carrick takes down Tiny Hut, or you said there was something that you wanted to do before.
Yeah, I don't have the components I need to do. Wanted to do.
Okay.
I have on my shopping list.
Gotcha. Then y'all will take. He will take down the tiny hut, and y'all will find yourselves in the same room that you were there. It appears to be undisturbed. As you kind of look out the window, you notice that. I mean, it's the same dark, overcast kind of view that you see, but you're able to kind of see out that it is, I guess you'd say, daytime. But all the times of day except for the darkest evening or night kind of all looks the same. Y'all will exit the room and head downstairs. As you head downstairs, you will hear a voice, and you will all recognize the voice. It appears to, or it sounds as if it's the voice of Strahd. He seems to be conversing with someone, just kind of almost, I guess you'd call it like bar or tavern talk. It's not anything that you particularly notice worthwhile. It's you hear a couple of bits of laughter and things like that as you kind of come down the stairs. And here.
As soon as I hear Strahd's voice, I would cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
There's a map. We're coming down these stairs. We would kind of know the layout. Would we know where the bar is?
Yes. From down these stairs, you're in one of the drinking areas, where there's several tables and things like that. You know that the way that you came in, as far as this map goes, for the map, not necessarily where you are in town and the way that the house is situated in town, but as far as this map goes, to your north is one of the main areas where the bar is. There was one of the tables where you sat with Ismark, and the bar where Eric mans is in that area right there to the north of this room.
Okay, so it's on the opposite side where we're at.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to kind of peek my head around the corner and see if I see Eric.
Okay. You go ahead and move your clicker.
They'll peek. I don't want to see too much.
So yeah, at this point, you definitely hear the voice. At this point, y'all have all met him, so you definitely, as you kind of walk closer, you do hear what appears to be Strahd's voice conversing with someone.
I don't see anything.
When you say we hear his voice, like, do we hear it in the room or like in our heads?
In the room.
Huh.
So,
I don't know. What do you want to
hey
do?
guys,
I don't see
last
anything.
time I met this guy, he charmed me, and
This
I really.
and to help you out real quick, Grim. Again, this is one of the room or the drinking areas, common areas that leads to the stairs. When I say to the north, it's north of this room.
I got you. So we gotta go through the doorway. Okay.
So
All right, go ahead, Drew. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, guys. Last time we ran into this guy, he charmed me, and I don't like vampires. I don't like this guy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let me get rid of that. I'll look at Darut just for good measure. I'll put one of these on you.
Yes.
Look at Baron. I'll put one of these on you.
nice.
And yeah, I don't want you two turned against me.
So as we walk downstairs, Grim is literally like anointing him with holy water.
Hey, Grim.
Yes, sir.
I would like to return the favor.
All right.
Now we get this holy water shower going on. Shower party.
And if we decide we're going to start going down there, I'm going to start playing just my counter charm. So,
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna go take a looky-loo around the corner.
Okay.
Quietly as possible.
I will also, before we enter the room, I will dismiss R2 with the book into her pocket dimension.
Okay. All right, go ahead, and as you kind of get closer to the door, just for hex and giggles, go ahead and roll for stealth.
Big giggles.
All of us, or who?
No, just Grim, because he was the.
I'm the one, I guess, kind of.
So yeah, you were kind of walking toward the door again, trying to be quiet, as you said. You're not trying to draw any attention, but you were trying to go quietly. And as you kind of pass by one of the tables, you'll knock one of the plates off, and there'll be kind of a shatter. You'll hear a momentary pause in the voice, the conversation that you hear. And after maybe about 5 seconds, you'll hear Strahd's voice again, continuing in that conversation as if nothing happened.
At this point, oh God, he don't care. I can see somebody sitting in a chair in here.
You will see as you kind of make your way, kind of cutting the pie, so to speak. You will see what appears to be someone in kind of colorful garb sitting at one of the tables. It would match the clothing of the people that you met in the wood, the Vistani.
Oh, good. Would you have a drink?
Can Ivor move or?
Yeah, he can move. Oh, that's right. You might not have control. Do you not have control of him? I'm sorry.
No, they have do.
Let me give you. I thought you had him.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Put Ivor right there. And then, I mean, I guess continue with what you're telling Grim, but
yeah, and that's so yeah, that's you would recognize that Grim as you kind of pause there and you spot that individual sitting at the table. He appears to be enjoying a drink and is in conversation. As you get a little closer, not only do you hear Strahd's voice, but you hear multiple voices. And from this, he kind of has his back to you, but you can kind of see he's talking to someone.
Is this the window right here?
Yes.
Let me go out the window.
Right. As you approach the window, make a perception check. You will notice that especially with a little bit of light, again, the daylight that's there, there appears to be a resting fog outside the window.
God dang this fog. Okay, I'm not going out the window.
Druid that control the wind.
I didn't prepare any wind spells. All right. All right. I'm going to keep moving up and see if I can listen to some more of this conversation. I know I'm not being stealthy.
All right.
All right. I see another person. Is that still another one of the people we met in the woods?
At this point, Barry's going to move up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just inching up.
Yes, Grim, you will see that he appears to be talking to a woman that is also dressed in kind of that gypsy garb, gypsy attire, and yes, she appears to be drinking and engaging in conversation, not only with the person that has his back to you, but someone to her left, and then someone across the room to her right. They kind of seem to be what again, the best way to describe it is you appear to be kind of eavesdropping or viewing several people all kind of having conversations back and forth, having almost what appears to be kind of a good time.
I'm just going to touch my badge and whisper that I need Jack, send the lion up, and Ivor as well.
You need me to just send the lion up, or come with the lion?
Yes.
All right, I'll go grab the lion, and who else?
Ivor.
Well, Ivor has a badge. He can hear. The lion can't. That's why I was talking to you.
All right, well, I'll grab the lion, and we'll head down that way.
Man, he's only going to make it up to here. Go through route.
All right. Ivor, as he moves up, you'll need to have Ivor and the lion, and if Jack is coming, I'll make a stealth check. If y'all are trying to move quietly, if not, if you're just moving normally, that's fine.
I mean, there's no downside to trying, I guess.
No, I mean, like I leave that up to y'all. Just I wanted to give you the opportunity if y'all were trying to move stealthily.
Hey, I just want to look at this table and see if there's like an apple on the table.
You'll find just some empty plates and bits of food and what appears to be, kind of rubbish and trash. You don't see an apple per se.
Do I see any kind of small, round, solid food?
Oh, sure. There's there appears to be some. When I say round, I mean there appears to be pieces of like cabbage and nuts and things like that. That
I'm gonna grab a head of cabbage.
Okay. All right, and let's see here. Right. As y'all kind of walk, I'm sorry, that's going to the GM. I didn't. I'm sorry. I've been rolling for him, and I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. His first when Grim first dealt with his 5, his Strahd perception roll was 22. And then on that roll with everybody else's, this perception roll was 25. So I just noticed that it was going to GM. It should have been to everybody. But just so we'll see. That way you can see. That way you can see that he's a. That's just a roll for your own edification. You can see he's a +8. So yeah, on the last 2 of them, the 22 and 25. As y'all kind of walk by, y'all actually are very, very stealthy with those rolls. But again, even just ever so slightly, the boards kind of creak. You will hear the same thing, a pause in the conversation, and then after a few seconds, it will begin again, as if the people in the other room have taken no notice to the sound that you've made.
Right, they're still talking.
Yes.
What are they talking about?
All right. Whoever is wanting to get close, Grim's already kind of there. If he wants to make a perception check. with that, not only with that perception check, but also with that movement, you will now see another individual sitting to the left of the female, and so you will see a total of 3 people sitting at that table to your right, Grim. They all, again, are kind of wearing similar attire. As you kind of crouch down around the corner and listen, again, it appears to be just normal social talk. They're kind of telling crude jokes and talking about their last trip into the Savalich Woods. You will hear another voice that you recognize to be Strahd that almost kind of reprimands them and says, something to the effect of, please watch your language. There's no sense in using kind of language like that. As they kind of tell their bawdy jokes and things like that. And you hear that voice off further north to your left, Grim.
So there's my left.
Yeah, I mean, because you're kind of facing this direction.
Yeah.
So the sound would be coming from this direction.
I want to peek my head around the corner and see what I see.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
As you
I
can,
see a dude at another table.
yep. As you kind of peek your head around that, go ahead and since you've kind of broken around the corner just ever so slightly, go ahead and make another stealth check.
That is 11.
All right.
Okay.
All right. He rolled it looks like a 19. So as you kind of peek around, you will spot someone sitting at the table just to the north. You will recognize that as the individual you met when you came out of the cave, as the one that introduced himself as Strahd von Zarovich. As you kind of do that and try to pull your head back around the corner, he will take notice and say, "Oh, please, my dear Grim, come. There's no need to stand on ceremony and act as if we're not acquaintances. Please come join me."
Okay.
Did I hear that as well?
Yes, he said that in a loud voice.
Okay, I'm gonna follow behind Grim.
I'm gonna go down there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to join him. I don't want to be against this wall here.
Okay. As
here.
as y'all kind of walk in, he'll start to say, he says, "Yes, please, friends, come. Enjoy the beverages and food by my good friend Eric." And he'll point over at the bartender, and you will see Eric standing behind the bar. Everybody make kind of perception checks. Grim and Jack, the two of you, let's see, Baron hadn't rolled yet.
For what? Perception? Sorry.
Yeah, perception.
I was trying to figure something out. Perception.
Okay. And
Ivor is 22.
all right, there's Ivor. And then did you want to roll for the lion or not worry about it, Grim?
I already did. Oh, the lion? Okay. Yeah. I'm getting his character sheet up. I think I
As
just.
you're rolling for him, Grim and Jack and Baron and Ivor will all kind of notice that as he kind of points over and says, "Enjoy beverages and food from my dear friend Eric," you'll kind of take a quick look, not taking your eyes off of Strahd. You'll take a quick look at Eric, and you'll kind of see kind of a vacant look on his face.
Eric looks different.
I mean, I mean, he looks the same visibly as far as what, as a person, but he kind of seems like he's maybe in a fog, so to speak. He's kind of staring off, just kind of not focusing on anything. He doesn't turn his head to y'all to kind of greet y'all. He kind of has his eyes kind of locked on Strahd and kind of nods when he mentions serving y'all food and drinks.
Is he charmed in the same way Droop was charmed?
That would be a good observation.
He's a charmed person.
And as y'all kind of walk in as well, he will see Droot and say, "Oh, my good friend Droot," and he will kind of make a hand motion, and you'll kind of hear him utter something under his breath, and he will attempt to use an ability on you, but he will notice it does not take effect. And he will kind of almost seem a bit surprised. You'll kind of see a notice of quick surprise on his face. Oh, so it appears that y'all were expecting me.
Damn you and your magic tricks, charm me, you stupid vampire.
He will grin at Drew and he says, "Oh," and kind of like a tisk tisk. No sense in acting such as that. We're all friends here. Please have a seat. And he kind of points to the vacant chair as Jack and Carrick have taken seats at his table, and while Baron and the Lion kind of stand back with Grim over to one side and Droop with the other. He says, "It's been a couple of days since I first greeted you to the valley. How has your stay been thus far?" And he kind of addresses y'all as a group in the same manner in which you first met him, very prim or proper, very well spoken. And he doesn't have his feet up on the table, but kind of the way in which he's kind of resting in the chair and kind of leaning back, he seems very relaxed and almost as if y'all were friends, at least in his mind.
Oh, gosh. Sorry, Carrick just had a really funny thought. Carrick's going to use prestidigitation to produce the smell of garlic just all over Bob's face.
Okay. So as you do that at the table, he will, as he's kind of addressing you, he won't see you say anything or do anything, but he'll kind of take notice and go, Eric, are you cooking something with garlic or other herbs or spices? I look forward to trying it. And then he kind of grins.
Yeah. That was it. Carrick just thought it'd be funny. It says in the spell it's a harmless effect. It just
yeah, nuts.
Oh, yeah. He thought it smelled good.
And the people off to the right of Baron are who? The people on the table, like right here.
Yeah, do we see Rahadim in the room?
You do not. You see Strahd at the table that you and Jack are currently sitting at, and you see the three Vistani sitting at the table to your right, below Droot and to Baron's right.
Hey, who's this up to the north by the fireplace?
That is another lady. She kind of seems to be standing by the fire.
Okay.
I hadn't scrolled. I'm in 100% view. I need to zoom out some. I hadn't scrolled that far. Hi, yes, yeah, you also see her.
I guess Carrick. So Strahd, I mean, let's face it, we're not friends. You
damn right we're not.
Pretty much killed my brother already, even though he's got the same mockery of life that you do. We're not.
Abomination is what it is.
Abomination. We're not going to willingly give you the book back. We're not going to play nice. So either we can go back to Iathir or we can just start this right now.
Your town sucks, by the way.
As Carrick delivers those statements, and then you have moments where Drute chimes in as well about abomination, and you got that right, kind of almost sometimes speaking over Carrick as he tries to talk. And then as Carrick finished talks, Grim.
Like a promoter, like a boxing ring, like standing over my shoulder.
Yeah, Grim caps it all off with the quintessential "your town sucks." By the way, you'll kind of see Strahd kind of take it all in, almost acknowledging that he's heard each of you speak and say, again, similar to what he phrased before when you first met him. Come. I mean, is there really any reason that we can't at least have a little bit of fun before y'all meet an untimely end?
Well, what were you doing back in Iather? I assume that was you with the big cloud of bats.
He said, "Oh, surely you know enough about me now that you understand that I am unable to leave Barovia."
Well, where's your little friend that I saw then? He was there.
He says, Rahadin. Yes, he is a worthy servant and a lifelong companion.
Keep the warm on those cold nights.
Say it again.
Nothing.
I didn't hear. Sorry, you kind of cut out there. He goes, yes, Rahadin. He is able to leave Barovia, as is anybody that I deem worthy of doing so.
Well, let's just say this whole place, this whole valley, is a prison for you. Is that right?
He kind of looks at you for a few moments. A few seconds kind of tick by as he doesn't acknowledge the question, and he says, "Yes, I guess a prison would be one way of describing it. I have been here. I have lost count the number of years here in Barovia, and
when we kill you, what happens to the valley?"
He kind of smiles and he says, well, surely you must know by now that I am immortal. You cannot kill me.
Well, I mean, I know you think you're immortal.
It's Watchman.
This guy's immortal too over here. I mean,
yeah, hey, this guy's ever go back to life one.
He's on his second body.
He looks over at Drute and says, yes, he seems to be a worthy warrior.
Fresh skin and all.
He turns back to Carrick. He says, I mean, since you seem so adamant to cut to the chase, I can be as upfront as you. Whether you willingly give me the book or I take it from your dead hands, or whether you hide it in a place that I cannot reach it, but I still end up killing you, either way, it has served my purpose. You have brought it back to my domain, and thus, as long as I take care of you in my own time and in my own place, I have taken care of my concern.
Well, you see, here's the thing. If you need the book, I'm literally the only person in existence that can give it to you. If you kill me, it's gone forever.
And when you do that, when you say that, you see a smile creep across his face. And again, similar in this conversation as the one before, which also matches up everything that you've heard from these people. You get the idea that he's kind of playing word games with you, toying with you, that this is all a game to him. But when you say that, he's very direct, and he smiles. He says, I would like nothing better if it were destroyed or unattainable by anyone else. Obviously, by now, it's no secret that book is important to me for reasons that are not of your concern, but simply know that if you destroy it, you give it to me, or you place it in a place that no one else can obtain it. All three of those all three of those means are the same end for me, and that is a success. That is a victory.
Carrick, literally, I think Carrick literally just figured it out. I'll look at him and I'll say, the book is what's keeping you here, isn't it?
He kind of looks at you and he says, if only it were that simple. But then he says, again, I invite you to make yourself at home. There is no reason to believe that we can't have a little bit of fun. By now, you know as well that you are not the first people that I've brought here. Obviously, I've brought you here for different reasons than I have brought other people, but I intend to have the same fun with you.
How do we move this stupid fog?
Say it again.
How do we move this fog? Carrick would ask me.
He says, he kind of smiles. He says, you are not nearly as wise or as smart as your brother said that you were. Again, by now you should know that I'm the only one that has control or dominion over not only this realm, this valley, but this fog. And as you kind of say that, he kind of slowly, not in an aggressive manner or anything like that, but he kind of pushes it. He kind of sits up and gets out of his relaxed position and pushes the chair back and stands up and says, do you have any additional questions for me? I had hoped that there might be a dialogue of an open dialogue on what you would want in return for the book. But as you have so uneloquently stated that you have no intentions of giving it to me. So unless you have any other questions for me, we can begin the first game.
With that, Carrick's not going to say anything. I'll just also stand up.
And I'm going to throw the cabbage at him.
Well, before he does that, I will cast a mirror image on myself.
All right. As he says that, he will
did the cabbage make contact?
He will notice that Carrick splits into what appears to be, I think it's four. It's three duplicates plus yourself, so four images of Carrick. And just as he is able to almost garner a smile. Let's see if he's
so we hit the back of the head with some cabbage.
Yeah, I gotta first see if he was perceptive enough to see it coming.
Well,
no, that's a critical fail.
Critical fail. So just as he is smiling at this, he's gonna get blindsided by the side of the face. Well, I tell you, where do you want to hit him?
Yeah, right in the face. Absolutely.
Right in the face. Okay. Square in the face, he gets hit by this big half torn apart head of cabbage. It's enough to actually kind of knock him a step back because this is the Droot on it, and Droot's not a wuss. It's gonna make him kind of stumble back for a second. It's gonna catch him off guard, and for just the briefest split instance, you're going to see a look of anger. This will be maybe the first time that you've seen anything other than kind of a cavalier attitude cross his face. But as quick as you see it, he'll kind of compose himself and he'll look directly at you and say, that was a poor choice, my friend. And with that, he is going to, as that all happens, he is going to simply snap his fingers, and I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative. And let's see.
Yes.
Hey, Trevor.
I'm going in on this dude.
Where is Ivor? Ivor's over here.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Eric was literally at the table picking this fight, and he rolled a 10.
I gotta go pee before any of this takes place.
It's all right. Drew was just waiting for his chance, man. I'm still pissed about the charm.
Why did that not pull up? There we go. Am I missing something? Why is that not pulling up? Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's see here.
God bless you.
It got me. I'll be dead tomorrow.
COVID got you.
Got me. Pretty sure it's that cedar tree in the backyard.
All right, let's see here.
Feral wolf.
Oh, good.
You critted. These guys are rolling like their asses off, and Baron finally rolls a decent initiative.
Is this Eric right here?
Hold on one second.
Yeah, you're good. God bless you.
Thank you.
You got it too.
COVID coming at you.
See, that's how contagious it is. Brock sneezed, now Chris has it.
We should really try the social distance thing.
Are you drinking a Red Bull?
Yeah.
That you're gonna be up till like
I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm good. I take back. I got one appointment at 4:45, and that's it.
I'm not in there, Cram.
Click
Well,
on
you
your
should be.
token. Click on initiative.
I mean, does that mean I can go back to my room and just watch?
Who's not in there? Because I got a lot of things on there. Are you the only one that's not there?
I'm not there.
Dang, I rolled a 20, and these dudes still going before me.
That's what I was saying. I finally rolled
Garrett,
decent.
You got it in there?
Yeah, I'm in there, Tim.
I'm usually at like 5.
All right, let's see here. All right, there we go. All right, we should be good to go. All right, so first up is this lady right here. So as y'all kind of, again, as he kind of snaps his finger, y'all have entered this initiative order. You'll notice that the individual at the tables have all kind of risen at the same time that he snapped his fingers. This group, this woman, this Vistani woman directly to your south, sitting at the table with the 3, is going to make a movement towards you.
Bring it.
And she is going to attempt to assassinate you.
Oh, gosh.
Any hit is a critical hit.
And so she's going to try her multi-attack. And so her first sword attack.
Oh, thank God.
30 points of damage.
And
Which would have been critical.
Yeah.
you need to make a Constitution save of 15.
You say, no, you need this sword, whatever she's got. 7 piercing and then 7d6 of whatever.
But he didn't get hit. He guys, it was an 8 for an attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get hit.
No.
So I still got to make the save.
Sorry, on the second one.
Oh, okay.
I like these Vistani better when they were werewolves.
Did you roll your save?
Oh,
Oh, we lost him.
you scared him off.
Did we lose him completely?
Yeah, he's off the page.
Appears that way.
I don't have
Give
them.
him, give him a second to.
Oh, that fancy spaceship you bought.
You can roll. He just rolled 3 times.
God dang. I think that was backlogged. I think he had some lag built in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. I think I broke my hand today.
What'd you hit?
I thought it was a clod of dirt, but there's a rock.
You punched it.
I was just trying to break up the dirt clods in like a flower bed. So I was just beating like this. One was a rock.
Did you say that was an old save, or is that, I mean, it's like it came through 3 times?
The first one is probably from your whatever.
Yeah, I think he was just clicking the button and he wasn't getting a response. And then it came through, like lagged out. But I mean, I don't know that. So.
All right, let me hit these refresh.
Oh,
All right. Jamie, was it the first?
I lost connection, I guess, when I hit it that first time. But if I failed it, I'm going to use a special feature here.
Okay.
Favor of the gods, and I get to roll 2d4 and add it to my roll.
Okay.
18.
Then that will save.
So how much damage did I take in all?
So you'll take 7 plus the 14 normal points, and then only half damage for the 24, so 12. So 7, 14, and 12.
7, 14, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
What's the 24 for?
That's the physical poison attribute of the sword, or the attack that she did. He had to make a con save.
All right, cool.
All right. And that is this one. So next, you're going to hear a howl, and you're going to hear a shattering noise. And it's moving. It's 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. As you do that, here, Baron, just by sight, you're going to be able to see that to the south. Again, you've got to kind of got your head on a swivel. You and the lion will be able to see something coming up from behind him.
From behind the lion?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least according to your token, you should be able to see it.
Yeah, I got it.
I
see it. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to scroll down a little bit.
All right.
Y'all's faces were covering up.
All right, and then you will hear another shatter. Jack, you will immediately notice this to your left through the window as a wolf comes shattering through the window out of the fog. And it is going to attempt to take a bite, and it's going to miss. Drew, you're up.
All right, as a bonus action, I want to cast Branding Smite on myself.
Okay.
I'll pop it in there for you.
Okay.
Oops. Let's see, where is it? And then I'm going to run at Strahd and take 2 swings at him.
Okay.
First one, will that hit?
That sword that you have, Sword of Sharpness, that is a magical item. Yes, let me take a look. No, that will miss.
That will miss?
23 misses?
It misses.
Holy shiz. Let me see what I got here. Nope, that's it. All right, okay, I'm going to take another swing at him then.
Okay.
Roll.
That'll miss too then.
All right.
All right.
I don't think you can hit him.
You want to take any additional movement?
No, I'm gonna stay right there.
All right, as you kind of swing both those swings at him, you will, it'll kind of pass over him with one swing, and one will kind of deflect off of his armor. It'll be kind of like a glint, as if you almost like you made contact, but you didn't make contact. It's you kind of get this unusual feeling, something that you hadn't kind of noticed before, and you'll also kind of notice kind of a grin as both of those are deflected. Next is Mr. Strahd. He is going to kind of look at you and smile, and then he's going to turn his attention to Carrick.
Is he casting a spell?
He is not.
DC 22 Wisdom. Oh boy.
And you get a +3 from me.
So +4. So I need an 18. Didn't get it. A fail.
He will notice, unlike when he attempted to use his ability on Darut this second time, he's going to notice just a hint of that same kind of vacant stare. He's going to be able to tell that the charm ability that he has been a success on you, and he will simply take a free action and say, there's the friend I've been looking for. And that will be his turn. Baron, you're up.
So Carrick is charmed.
Yes.
Sweet. Only thing I saw was this chick hit Darut. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. Well, I want to stay out of melee with that guy. 3, 4, 5. I want to get right here. Fuck.
Okay.
All right. Start with him on this chick.
Good. Yep, that'll hit. So it's 20, and she needs to make a con save?
Yeah, if she's able to heal herself.
Oh, I was just reading real quick. I just was looking at the bold part.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So that's 20. Are you gonna do anything else?
I'm gonna hit her again.
Yeah. Tie goes to the runner. That'll hit.
And again.
So let's see here. So the
Precision
first
that.
one was
Fucking hell.
20, and the next one was 19. All right. As you kind of swing at her both of those times, you're going to easily make contact with her. You'll see you draw a good bit of blood. It's going to kind of stagger her for a moment before she can regain her footing, and but she'll continue to kind of stand toe to toe with you.
Okay.
Just to make sure, that was 3 hits on her, right?
Yeah, that was 3 hits, not 2. Add 25 to the whatever count you had to it. Baron just got an extra attack, so he attacks 3 times now.
Yeah. You got it because I have it total of I have a 20, a 19, and a 15. Did I? I missed the 10, didn't I? That's 25 points of damage.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Then more of a stagger. It's more than a stagger. It's she's kind of down on one knee.
Okay. Well, hell. Okay.
He just did 70 points in 1 round.
I guess what I could do is back up 1 spot. Well, no, I'm gonna just stand right here with her. I don't want her to go anywhere.
Okay. All right. All right. This gentleman that was at the table with her is going to make his approach to you as well,
Okay.
Bear.
Yeah.
And he's going to attempt to come to the aid of her, and he's going to swing his sword, and he is going to miss badly.
Sucks for him. I critted.
Okay, so somebody better than me. Let's see here. Okay,
So I'm better at math than all of us.
so how much is that? Let's see here.
18 times 2.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, God bless.
If it's all dice rolls, it's 38 times 2.
Say 38 times. Oh, okay, well then we're just going to say that's enough to kill that guy.
I'm glad he missed.
Don't piss off Baron.
Yeah, I was just pissed the other chick didn't die.
Yeah, you definitely get the feeling that while she might be a female, she's a bit more adept in her abilities than the fool that just ran at you and missed.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Next is this gentleman, or not gentleman, but y'all will hear another crash off to your right. $30, $35, $40. Perfect. All right. This wolf comes crashing through the window and takes his full amount of movement, and he is going to attempt to take a bite out of Baron.
Good.
And that'll miss.
Yeah, that's a tie.
Oh,
Got
God.
any more cutting words?
All right, so you'll take 13 points of piercing damage, and then you'll need to make a.
Wait. What Jack said? Cutting words.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not even going to roll if it's a tie because I'll roll at least.
So yeah, doesn't hit.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, perfect. Next is this guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, so you'll see another through one of these other windows, another wolf crash through. And then there will be another crash that sounds like it's coming from the back room in which you came. 20, 25. And this wolf will come and attempt to take a bite out of the gladiator, that he will miss badly. The lion will kind of simply shirk him off with his shoulder. Yeah, he just gives him the hand. Ivor.
Okay, Ivor will. Does he have a shot at this chick? Or no? Probably not.
He'll be able to shoot it, yeah, over the wolf.
Okay.
I mean, the wolf is pretty large, but again, it's not as tall as a man.
Yeah, that's your call.
Yeah, he can. Ivor's accomplished enough at level 11. He can shoot over the wolf.
All right. I didn't do shit, but.
Oh, that's gonna hit. Let me just pull up the.
I know it's gonna hit, but it didn't do much of anything.
9, 10, and it's 19 because the Colossus Slayer's only if he's taking damage, right?
They've taken.
Yes.
Yeah,
You hit the woman, huh?
Yeah, I was aiming at her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I pulled up the wolf. I apologize. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that'll kill the woman.
Okay, good.
Yep.
And now he'll move Hunter's Mark to this one.
Okay. Yep. Baron will see the arrow come shooting over his right, off to his right, and plant itself firmly in the forehead of the woman, who will fall to his feet. And
he's gonna swing.
That'll hit the wolf. That's 10, 11,
14.
14. That thing will let out a howl, and it'll start limping with that. That's a decent amount of damage on this thing. All right, is Ivor can take any movement?
Yeah, he can't go anywhere. He's kind of stuck.
All right, Carrot, you are charmed.
I am charmed. I'll tell everybody, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't fight Strahd so much. I think maybe we're just kind of misunderstanding him.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And then Carrick disappears.
Okay, perfect.
Dang.
So yeah, y'all will get these words of these strange words come out of Carrick's mouth as he kind of announces it to the group that's in the room with him that, hey, what you just kind of said, and immediately, again, y'all aren't new to this ball game. You're going to immediately recognize what the hell just happened, and most of y'all will probably let out a collective sigh, except for Drew, who's just going to be like, oh man, I'm glad that ain't me this time.
Yes.
And as soon as Carrick says, "Hey, we're all just this is a big misunderstanding," he's going to poof out of the vision. Now, I assume that was just invisibility.
No, that was blink.
What does that do?
I'm in the ethereal plane.
You go nowhere.
I can't travel to the ethereal plane.
You cannot travel to the ethereal plane.
We stuck in a demi plane.
Are any of my spells not broken?
That ain't the way this works. That's why I asked if you went invisible or were doing something else.
Dang.
At least you wasted your turn.
Yep, that's another spell I can take off my list.
It's just for this.
You are not in Kansas. So yeah, you will notice when you use blink to try to go to a different plane, you go nowhere.
You just flickered.
Yeah, but your antenna came back. All right. Next is this.
I guess at least I'll run away. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
Can I do that?
Absolutely. And the wolves will not take an opportunity attack against you.
Why would they?
Why would they?
All right. This guy right here is going to come up to Baron and attempt to take advantage of some flanking.
Good, yeah.
He's going to take a multi-attack.
Oh, she has 3 attacks.
It's a dagger. Miss.
First is a 19. Does that make contact?
Oh, advantage, yes, it does.
All right, so that'll be 6.
Hit.
7. And 26 and 22.
What is this?
All right, hey, so just a clarification on the way Roll20 works. It already factored in the +5 is the critical.
Oh, perfect. Good. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. No, I got you.
You say right. I had no clue. I just.
Yeah, that's the way it went on those that's the way those macros work. When it registers a crit there, it goes ahead and re-rolls the 1d6 as the plus.
First 5, yeah.
That makes it a lot easier.
It doesn't matter if it's on a crit could be on the first or second attack. It doesn't matter. It automatically rolls. So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it'll take those 3 attacks.
I got it.
And do you want to do it? And I'm not sure. I know you got crazy abilities. Anything in response to that? Is Baron able to do?
No, not right now.
Okay. All right, Jack, you're up.
Okay, I am going to cast I'm just going to do it. I'm going to throw up 10 silver coins in the air. Cast allied objects.
Oh boy, I remember this. You about to go? What was that horror movie, Phantasm or whatever it was?
And I'm going to attack this bear right behind me, right off the bat.
All right.
So I forgot. Do I roll my spell attack? I guess.
No, it's those tiny objects have a +8 to hit.
So it's just a D20 plus 8.
Yeah, so roll 10 D20s.
10.
That's a crazy spell.
That is a crazy spell. Oh my God.
Now add 8 to all of those.
It already has 8 added to it.
No. Each one is an attack roll. So you rolled a
Oh, that added 8. Okay, yeah.
24, a 16, a 23,
16, yeah.
a 15, and then he'll tell you how many of those hit.
All
And
right.
you roll a d4 plus 4 for every one that hits.
All right. So its AC is
Just go with it.
its AC is 13.
13, so
8 is
every one of them hits except for
6.
10.
They all hit.
Except
The
the
one
two.
of the 2.
Number
ones
one.
are
So
2, yeah.
9d4 plus 36.
Okay. As Jack turns to this feral wolf that's behind him, about to try to take a bite out of him, he throws his little coins up in the air, which, by the way, have no value in Barovia, except for them, apparently.
They have some pretty good value.
Yes, yeah, I was about to say they have some great value, and as no sooner than this thing's paws touching the ground behind him, does Jack literally cause it to disappear in a cloud of fur and blood as this thing is literally eviscerated and exploded like a piñata.
Nice.
Is there still fog out the window?
Oh yeah, because those things shot through that thing and the window was already broken, and you can see fog outside.
That I'm going to just gonna move back here by Grill, but not out the window.
All right.
I guess I can get right here.
All right.
That's crazy.
That is a crazy spell. All right. This assassin here is going to make its way 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, man.
And she is going to attempt to simply make her normal multi-attack against the bard after she saw this individual completely destroy one of their wolves. And the first one is going to be a miss. And the second one is going to be a miss.
Sweet.
Next up is Lion.
Hello.
He'll go ahead and attack the guy that is in his face
Okay.
with his spear.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2.
All right. The second one will destroy it. He'll gore that thing and it'll slump to its feet dead.
Okay. So he still has some movement. He'll just move up. This one right here.
Okay.
And I guess since the second one killed him, does he have one more attack, or was that multi-attack considered?
Double check me. It's not a separate attack itself.
No.
It's three attacks. Yeah.
No, it's one action for 3
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah.
If you don't use them all, you lose them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Grim, you're up now after the lion.
Okay.
So Grim has seen a lot in these turns. And the field of battle looks a lot different.
Lots going on.
Yeah, he's now covered in bits and pieces of wolf.
Okay. I'm gonna move up. To right here. I'm gonna pull out my sword. 1 second. Move. If I can't. Can somebody move this circle?
Oh, there you go.
Where do you want it?
Center it on me.
Yeah. Right about there.
That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm gonna pull my sword out and hit the ground. And cast Destructive Wave.
All right.
I want the thunder damage to fall under. Let's see here. So I don't have to roll the thunder damage. I want everybody that is not an ally to have to make the saving throw.
All right, let me scroll up and put that on the map layer.
Dude, that's a great destructive wave.
All right, we'll just go kind of clockwise. So this assassin, what kind of save? Let me see.
It's a Constitution.
Constitution. So the one standing next to Jack is failed that one.
Okay.
She's prone. Isn't that what it does? It knocks them prone?
Yeah, they're gonna take some damage as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to get the status effect to see. I put a little snail.
Yeah, they're prone.
Little snail that I can barely see legible as far zoomed out as I am. All right. Next is Strahd.
That's a pass.
All right, and next is this guy. That'll fail. He's a snail. The wolf. Woof.
That's a pass.
Okay. This wolf next to the lion. That's a critical fail. And I think that's it. All right, now the damage.
It's gonna be 30 plus 5d6.
Woo.
19, so 49 points of damage to everybody, or half to everybody that succeeded and full to everybody that failed.
All right, so minus 49 on the one next to Jack.
And just to make sure, because I don't know how it affects Strahd, but 19 of that is radiant.
Yeah.
He's got so much stuff. That'll hit. So half of that, half of 49. Oh, good Lord.
This is
I don't have my
half of 50, half of 50 is 25. So
all right, we'll just say 25. That's the easiest. I'll round up. All right, this little guy here that's standing next to Baron. He's gonna take the full brunt of that. And not only is he knocked on his rear end completely prone, but it seems like you broke a couple of limbs almost like with that. The wolf is going to take half of it, and that's enough to destroy the wolf. And that's enough to destroy the wolf standing next to the lion. All right.
What about the assassin next to Jack? Did he take the damage?
Yes. Yeah. I already calculated that damage. Does Grim have any movement he wants to take? Additional movement?
Additional movement? You can take that circle away now.
Okay.
Just clean out the board a little bit. Do I want to do anything else?
That was a destructive wave, for sure.
It sure was.
Brought back memories of Halia's house.
No shit.
That was Thunder Wave and Holly's
I know
house.
it's Thunderwave, but it was still the same thing. You just basically shockwaved everything.
I'm just going to stay here. I don't have much movement speed, and I don't have a whole lot of.
Okay. All right. So the only remaining wolf is the one that's back here in this back room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And it's going to attack the lion.
Oh, buddy.
It is going to miss. Drew.
All right, I'm taking another swing at Strahd.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a miss.
Yep.
I'm going to swing around on the other side of him.
Okay.
I am going to take my second swing at him, but and 23 still misses.
Yep.
All righty.
But again, the same thing you're going to notice when you take that swing. The first one's just a complete miss. He kind of sidesteps it, but the last one, you kind of hit him again on the shoulder or somewhere in the upper torso area. And again, while he appears to take no damage, you're going to notice that you're going to see this strange kind of like glimmer or glint. You've done this enough. You're well traveled, almost like he's protected by something.
That was all for me. I just swung around on the other side of him.
All right. Now he's going to take his turn. Let's see here. He's going to have been surveying all of the things that he has seen, and he is going to. You're going to kind of see him chant something and say something, and.
Yep.
So when he does that, he will kind of mutter something, and you will hear what appears to be the beating of wings. And as you do that, or as you hear that, swarms of bats will come down out of the chimney. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and that is his turn.
Sweet. All right, well.
Next is Baron.
Oh, no. Let's see. All right. Baron's going to take out his horn of blasting.
Okay.
Aim it at the swarm of bats you just saw come out of there.
All right.
Hope for the fucking best. It blows up. Fucking.
Right?
Yeah, it blew up. Like 5d6 damage to me, and it's destroyed.
Oh no, we used it literally like one time.
I know.
I think it does a radius damage, I believe.
No, it does. It'll probably kill this dude right here. But
What's the damage?
well, let's roll it real fast.
I think it already rolled it for you. It's 10.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, 10. There you
Oh
go.
God, it was a horrible roll. You're right, Jack.
It blew up and then didn't do shit.
5d6 is almost a fireball spell, and you got a 10 out of it.
Yeah. So
I mean, it sucks all the way around, but at least
yeah, it didn't do anything to them, but it damaged me and the guy in front of me.
Okay. The guy in front of you is already prone and pretty low on health now as he gets hit by the explosion from this horn. It'll break his other leg, and he is completely immobile and hanging on for dear life. He did not sign up for this.
All right, let me delete that macro finally, so I don't have that bastard anymore.
We've had that thing for a while.
You have? I thought you've used it more than once, though. I thought you used it several times.
I used it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I used it once next to Roland.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't know it could happen.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So I'm gonna take my movement after that.
Okay.
After that demoralizing, whatever. So the guy in front of me is dead, or
Yeah, he's completely immobile on his back and about to die. And Baron's going to now take a step away after the exploding cigar goes off in his mouth.
Yeah, that sucks. That's fun though.
I actually was hoping that was going to work because you would probably have obliterated. Well, not with a 10, but you would have obliterated everything else.
Yeah, I would have done some work on him, I think.
All right, Ivor.
Okay, Ivor will. He's gonna hit the guy next to the prone person next to Jack.
All right.
It's been damaged, obviously. So.
Yep. She's on her back and she's been damaged quite a bit.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be, I guess, a straight roll since somebody's next to her, because prone would be a disadvantage. But it doesn't matter, I don't guess.
Let's see, 14, 15. So that's enough to kill her.
Okay. He has one more shot. He'll hit the kitty cat next to the lion.
Okay.
That's weird. Okay.
That's a dog. So.
All right. That'll definitely hit.
All these cool cats and kittens out here.
Anything else Ivor's going to do?
No, he's done.
All right. Carrick.
Can anyone see me right now?
I can.
I believe the lion can, and Grim and Baron.
If I step forward, can anyone see me? I'm just gonna move to the corner here.
No.
No.
I will pull out a cocoon and turn myself into an octopus. And then attempt to hide in the corner there somewhere.
Camouflage yourself in the corner.
Exactly, like doing the whole blending in thing. The tentacles are wrapped around the barrel, and I'm just hiding behind this barrel.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I have this picture in my head. I won't be able to get out now.
Yep, Carrick the octopus.
I've seen too many YouTube videos of octopuses.
So I don't know.
Camouflage.
All right. So is that going to be all you do, Carrick?
Well, yeah. I mean, attempt to hide if you'll. I guess a stealth roll if you'll let me.
Oh yeah. I mean, you step that direction. There's no reason to stealth. Nothing can see you.
Well, that would be okay. Well, then I don't want to just be sitting on the floor as an octopus. I want to actually hide.
Yeah. You could. I mean, that can be your movement as you kind of move into the kind of the kegs and under the table or whatnot. You're out of view of all the creatures in the other room.
Okay.
All right. Next up is this one that is completely incapacitated at this point. He can't. He is completely immobile and can do nothing. Jack.
I'm going to take my coins and chuck them up in the air again. So it's 10, and I'm going to hit. I'm going to have 3 of them hit this guy that's almost dead, and then the rest of them, the other 7, hit this bear.
Okay, yeah, that will be enough to obliterate them both.
It's the lowest, yeah. And then I'm just going to move way far away. 6. Hide behind Ivor. Duck underneath this table.
All right. The lion is up.
Yes. Our friend, the lion. Select him. Is Homeboy, is this guy over here like playing? Or that's Eric? Or,
Yeah, that's Eric. Yeah, that's the barkeep. He's still just standing there, almost oblivious to what's going on.
he's just zoned out.
Yeah, he's been charmed by him as well, and he's been given no commands to do anything. He's just kind of standing there watching the circus.
He's like the Lion King's boyfriend. Straight up coked out.
He's gonna go here and make his attacks against Strahd.
Okay.
No.
Nope. Yes.
Crit.
Did we crit? That didn't hit.
That's all he's got.
27 didn't hit.
He can't throw any harder than that. That's all. That's the strongest punch he has.
All right. He will use on that after the first one is sidestepped and the second one kind of glints off his arm, like he kind of holds his arm up and waves away. The lion is going to exert every bit of his effort with the last swing, and as it comes cleaving down onto into his abdomen across his chest, you'll see that same kind of glint or gleam that Drute has seen. This particular swipe will almost kind of knock him back a bit, as if he actually felt this one. But he'll kind of easily regain his footing and almost kind of like make a motion where he kind of dusts off his chest.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
All right. Grim's up.
All right. I'm gonna move over this direction. I'm gonna look at these. What is it? Are these bats? You said?
Yeah, it's swarms of bats.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the one in the middle. I'm going to use my, let's see. Destructive Wrath. So it's the Shatter spell. I don't know why it didn't pop up. But at level 3, is going to be 4d8 thunder damage. And it's a 10-foot sphere, radius sphere from the center.
I'll get it. $10-foot circle,
Yeah.
roughly. Well,
I wanted to put on this guy right there.
okay. Is that
And
good?
they have to make, let's see. It's going to be a Constitution saving throw, and they take 4d8 thunder damage. So 48, 32 points.
I'm gonna delete it, but that's just what you got.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I was reading something. So you centered it right there in the middle of them?
You got all of them, yeah.
Yep, and it was, you said 4d8?
It's going to be 32 points of thunder damage.
All right, that is actually enough to obliterate.
Well, they get to make con saves.
Well, surely these things aren't going to, we'll roll. Let's see, there's 7 of them. 1,
Fail.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, one save.
7. So, all but 1.
You keep one of them.
He gets to take half damage on that.
And what was the total damage?
32,
32, so
16.
16.
All right. Minus 16. He's out there. I'm just centering him on the grid. There we go. All right. All right. So you will obliterate. You'll see kind of like just viscera and everything kind of explode as these things kind of almost self-immolate and blow up, and you're left with about a half-size swarm of one of these bats that are kind of fluttering about right in front of the fireplace.
All right, I'm going to use, I have 10 feet of movement speed left. I'm going to move. That's all I got.
Okay. Drew.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to I'm gonna drop concentration on Branding Smite,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Bless. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Bless. And I get 3 people, is that right? Yeah, 3 creatures. I'm gonna bless me, the lion, and Baron.
Dude, I got the blessed tab right here.
Nice.
I'm just sticking it right here. 1d4 on attacks and saves, right?
Yeah. Let's add a little extra something to our rolls on this dude.
Yeah, right.
Let's see, what I got is. And then so that was my action. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to re-up the Branding Smite on myself.
Okay.
But you lose the bless if you do that.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. Thank you for reminding me. That's right. Bless is concentration. All right, so that'll be it for me.
All right.
I bless me, the lion, and Baron.
All right, Strahd is up, and he is going to look over across the room at Jack and say, I quite enjoyed that trick that you used. Let me try it myself. And he's going to look at the table, at all the utensils on the table, and he is going to. Why did it
He's
not?
casting that as a spell.
Yes, as soon as he tries, it's not working.
That's okay. I'm going to counter spell it at level 5.
All right. Yep, he's cast. Yeah, that's exactly what he's casting is level 5. I'm just trying to figure out, just for my own edification, why it's not
Rolling.
rolling.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
On the spell card, you can display output as the spell card, and it'll put it in the chat. That's how we've been putting it in the chat.
Oh yeah, because up into this point, where is that at?
Go to his character sheet and to his spell list.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it. It says output spell card, but for some reason when I click on it, it's not doing it.
Huh.
Why the hell is it not doing it?
Are you clicking on the input, the little info button?
No, I'm clicking on the word animate object.
Click on the when you go to that line to the right, the gray eye, the gray circle with the eye in it. Click on that.
You talking about the little radial to the left?
No, it's to the right.
There's a black circle with a gray eye in it.
Yeah, it's a circle with an eye, an italics eye, and you click on that and it puts it in the chat.
It
Yeah.
not do it.
Like.
Oh no, I'm sorry. We just click the title and it'll put it in the chat.
That's what I mean.
There it goes.
Oh, that was me. I did it.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, I've clicked it several times, and it's not putting it in there.
Wow, there you go.
Well, I appreciate it, but that needs to. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, that works.
Well, that was. I was just trying a different one.
Right.
Not that it matters. He's got a million spells. I'm just trying to figure out why animate object is not working.
Glad it does work.
Anyway, all right. So he's gonna try to cast that, and then Jack is going to counterspell that as a level 5 spell. And he's going to look at the forks and the knives and everything on the table and notice that they don't move. And he'll kind of he won't be quite sure who did that, but he's gonna kind of look around with a smile. Oh, that's why. That is why. Because I have so many tabs or windows open, it opened at what level he wanted to cast it at.
Yeah.
And it was underneath like 3 windows. So I just closed those. There it is. I had to actually hit submit to do it at the level 5.
And it
Gotcha.
was like 17 different versions of it.
Yep, that's why. Okay. Oh God, there's like, yes. Every time I've clicked it, it's opened that window. Let me close it.
I've done that before.
Oh my God. Yeah, you learned something new with this Roll20. Oh my God, how many do I have open? Apparently I was rabbit with the finger. Click, 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 click. All right. So that's all that he'll do. And Baron, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do some measurements here, but as a crow flies, I can go here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that Grim would let you pass.
I'm just saying, I don't want to have to finagle all this crap as far as. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll swing at him.
Okay.
That's not gonna do anything.
Nope.
You do have an extra D4.
Yeah, extra D4 does.
23.
Yeah, Does that hit?
All my 23s have missed.
23 plus 4.
Now you got to roll.
I have to roll a d4.
D4.
Okay, let's roll a d4 real fast.
26.
26.
No.
28.
No.
Fucking hell.
No.
Okay.
A 28 does not hit this gentleman.
What did the lion hit him with?
A critical.
Okay. Well, let's see what I rolled here.
Again, you will notice this glint or gleam as you make contact with him on these high rolls. Again, the lower ones he just kind of either sidesteps or waves away. The ones that are hit with this much force, you're making contact. But again, you're able to tell something is protecting him.
Mm-hmm. Well, nothing I can do about it, so I'm gonna hit him again. It won't hit. And that's all I can do. Well, the blessed, that would be 26. So, no.
All right. Ivor's up.
Oh, yeah, well, Ivor's going to shoot at him, obviously.
All right.
Critted.
That hits.
Somewhere between 28 and 30.
It's going to be 29.
All right. So when he hits, total that damage for me while I click on him.
Well, that'd be 16 plus 17 plus 5. Shit. So,
It's 24 doubled.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
so
Yeah.
48.
48, yeah.
All right. As Ivor lets loose with its arrow, it actually implants itself into his neck area, and you see this look of shock and pain on his face as he kind of reaches up and pulls the arrow out, and you kind of see that he's it's kind of this black viscous blood kind of running down the arrow. And he looks at Ivor with this, again, with this look of shock that he has been wounded. And he's going to, you kind of see, you won't be able to understand what he says, but he's going to kind of mutter something to himself, looking at Ivor.
Okay, well, he's going to shoot at him again, obviously. Oh, good. We get to see what actually his damage is.
Yeah.
That will make contact.
Okay, 28.
29, yeah.
All right, so you will hit, he'll let loose a second arrow, and this one will find its mark in his abdomen and penetrate. And you will see as he kind of looks down, as he staggers a foot back and regains his foothold with another look of shock as this arrow hits his abdomen. Is that 9 points?
Yeah.
He didn't no other modifiers on that? On that one?
No.
Yeah, he should still, Hunter's Mark should still be up.
Yeah,
Hunter
actually,
Mark's still there.
Yeah, I should have rolled this one.
Else.
So just take plus 6 to that. So 15.
All right. You'll notice as you've done this, he has a heavy current of kind of black blood pouring out of his neck and out of his abdomen.
Nobody makes me bleed blood.
Ivor's just gonna stand there. He didn't really know what to do.
All right. Carrick is squirting ink all over Eric's tables.
Before Carrie goes, everybody knows that if Mark was here, he would make some snide comment about how Baron and Drew can't seem to hit this guy, but Ivor over there is just demolishing him.
Yes, he would. You are exactly right.
That's the first time he's hit him. He's been firing at these people for a while.
But as far as Carrie goes, yeah, I'm pretending I'm a barrel in the corner.
Like I don't think I can hit this guy.
No,
It's physically impossible.
no.
With bless, I guess I could make it with bless on a crit, but
All right. Other than kind of fondling himself with 8 tentacles, Carrick's going to stay over there. Jack, you're up.
Okay, well, it is physically impossible for me to hit him with my all of my coins. So I'm going to drop that. I'm going to cast heat metal on him at level 4.
Okay.
I want to heat up all those bolts, belt buckles, anything he has on him with metal.
Okay. He does have metal on him.
So he needs to make what is it? Constitution save. Yep.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
At least he
I'll say that passes.
rolled as high as he could.
All right.
Then he has
Does he take half damage? Let me see.
if the creature must succeed on a saving throw, or it's got to either succeed and drop everything it's wearing that's metal. If it succeeds on the saving throw, right? That's how I'm reading it.
Let's see.
If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and abilities.
If the creature.
All right. So he doesn't take any damage, and he doesn't drop it, but now he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
I think he takes damage automatically.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire
Oh,
damage.
okay. Did you? All right. Then roll the damage. Okay. The save is for the whether he drops it or not. I got you.
And I upcasted it, so I'm doing 4d8.
Okay. As you do that, he is going to. You'll notice all of a sudden he kind of starts tearing at himself, at parts of his armor and things like that. As he kind of lets out a scream, as it appears to be he's in great pain, and he kind of almost staggers to one knee, but is able to kind of catch himself, and he kind of stands up, but he is very unsteady. The way that he looks.
And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to be, for the most part, behind this door.
All right, the lion is up.
Yeah.
Remind me to tell Eric there's a squid on the floor. He needs a
He's camouflaged.
He didn't know what else to do, but he's just gonna start swinging.
He's got advantage.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So the lion is just going to attempt to tear into him as now he's seen that the Strahd has been injured significantly, and he's going to continue to swing at him. The first one's going to be barely kind of glanced away. The next two are going to make contact, but again, you'll see that same kind of glint or glimmer that he doesn't take any damage, but it seems to kind of cause him to struggle to maintain his balance. He feels the impact of them. He just doesn't feel any damage. Grim is up.
All right.
Firebolt this bastard. It's not like it's gonna actually kill him. So
Hey, real quick, just with the lion, that because he has advantage. That first roll, that 25, you still got the bless, the D4. We could actually hit him with that one if you roll a 4.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot he was blessed.
Yeah, that one's actually within range. But okay, worth a shot.
All right. Grim is going to see all this taking place and the glimmers of whatnot. He will attempt to dispel magic on your on Strahd at level 4.
You will cast that, and I mean, you will not see any effect at this point.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if there's a visible.
Yeah, no, there wouldn't be. I mean,
I mean, you successfully cast it. I mean, but I mean, at this point, let's see, what check does he have to succeed at? Let's see,
Grim has to make a check.
So it's DC equal 10
If
plus.
it's above 4th level, you have to do it, right?
Any spell 3rd or lower, it automatically ends. For 4th or higher, it's 10 plus the spell level.
I cast at level 4, so you automatically end the effect of the spell on the target.
all right,
If the spell level is equal or less than the level of the spell slot.
all right.
If there is a spell.
So next is, let me add, now that we've come up here, let me add this, not that they're going to last very long, but let me at least add them to the turn order.
And I'm going to use a bonus action as well.
All right.
Since we're here. I'm going to go ahead and cast my spiritual weapon. I'm going to bring out Sweet Business.
Sweet business.
And as the spell is written, I get an attack. When I cast it. Be fine, Sweet Business. Uh, 23 to hit.
Nope.
No joy.
No joy.
Okay. Let's go hang out.
All right. So Droot is going to be up.
All right.
Let me use my movement speed to kind of, I'm going to shuffle my little butt.
Okay.
Go looking for carrot.
All right. Gimli pedals off to the south.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Droot, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to grapple Strahd.
Okay.
So it's going to be my athletics versus his. He gets to choose athletics or acrobatics. And grapple does count as an attack action, so I get to add bless to my roll.
Let's see here.
So I got a 23.
Whoa. Hold on. There we go. What the heck? All right. All right. His stat block doesn't have something particular specific to athletics or.
Okay, so it'll probably be just his strength or his dex, whichever one you want to choose.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
Fucking hell.
Wow. The dex is +7. This dude's doing backflips over here.
That's with blessed.
All right. Next is going to be. Are you going to take any movement, Drew?
No, I'm staying there. Son of a gun.
1 point.
1 point, man.
All right. It's his turn.
Regeneration. What is this? 20 hit points.
And
Ooh.
he is then going to, as he kind of stands a little taller, as he kind of feels parts of him kind of mend.
I think I'm going to try to counterspell that.
Okay.
I'm gonna just cast it at level 3, so I'm pretty sure that's higher level 3 spells.
All right. It will have no effect. This isn't a spell.
It's an ability.
It's a vampire.
Well, you live and learn.
So he will, as he kind of stands a little taller, you will be able to see that while not completely closing up, you can start to see this hole in his neck, and it's kind of just ever so slightly started to close, and the blood has kind of started to slow a little bit as he kind of stands a little taller. But you're still going to.
He can't regain. He's got to roll a Constitution of 15 or better, or he can't do that. Because I've already hit him once.
What now?
I hit him once, and he can't regain any hit points in any way. I'll roll it again just so you can see it, but
Does that do your sword ability?
yeah.
Let's see here. How many? That's fine. How many? When was the hit for that? Was it how many turns ago was it?
It was less than 10 ago. 10 turns.
Yeah, it says for 1 minute you can't heal.
Okay,
But
let me.
he still has to roll a DC 15. He's gonna make that.
All right, con. All right,
Yeah,
I don't know.
con. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Now he can heal.
now he can heal. I just had to throw that out there.
No,
Sorry.
that's all right. Yeah, no, please.
I did give him radiant damage at one point.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
what I
with the
was.
Thunderwave.
Yeah, that's what I. Oh, it's Thunderwave. That's right, because it has a specific thing in here about whether it happens the next, whether he has to wait a turn to do it, depending upon when that damage was.
It was several rounds ago.
Yeah.
All right, so he is going to now. Let's see here. He's standing next to Baron. He's going to look at Baron, and he is going to attempt to do that. When he does that, however, he's going to notice that there's no effect from that.
Yep. Can't do that to me right now.
Yep, he wouldn't know that, so he's going to notice that there's no effect, and this this look of anger and frustration kind of grows, and that was his turn. So Baron, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm still blessed, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless he broke concentration at some point.
No, we're gonna just keep going.
Oh, roll that D4.
Plus the D4.
Oh.
28.
No.
Precision.
That will hit. So that's was that 8?
18.
6, so 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice little multiple buff there.
Yeah.
As you do that,
sorry.
he's going to you'll kind of make contact again, and you'll see him kind of recoil in pain as you kind of cut a fresh swath across his shoulders.
Okay. I missed on that second one for sure.
Okay.
I'm not gonna even try. I wish I had advantage. Can I get the advantage with sweet business there?
Not him. Sweet Business doesn't give
Yeah.
flanking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna swing again.
All right.
But it looks really cool.
No dice. Oh wait. So let's do the D4 anyway. What is that? 19.
19.
Not gonna make it.
You're gonna have to roll like another D20 to get that.
Yeah.
We're having to roll like almost 30.
Are you going to take any movement, Baron?
You know what? I don't have anything to do here, so yeah, I'll move up here to these guys. Well, there.
He will, as you kind of step back.
Yeah,
He
he'll swing at me.
Yeah, well, he's going to swing his. He's not carrying any weapons, so he's going to try to swing at you with his claws.
That's a hit.
All right, he is
All right.
going.
That was my reaction.
Okay, all right. So the first thing, instead of the damage, go ahead and make a
Strength check for grapple.
yeah, be a DC 18.
Mm-hmm. It's a strength check, right? Or a saving throw.
I believe it's just a check. Let me
Okay.
scroll up and see.
Looks like a check.
I believe it's just a check. Yep, you'll as the claws kind of sink in. You don't feel any pain, but you do feel like he's trying to grab you. But you're able to kind of pry loose from his grip.
Gotcha.
Goodness.
And then Drew took a swing at him, and he'll feel that hit his back if he tries to do that, but he won't draw any blood. Ivor?
Ivor?
Ivor.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're shooting at him. And missing. One more time.
Mm-hmm.
Still missing.
You gonna take any movement or do anything
No.
else?
He's good.
All right. Ivor? I mean, not Ivor, Garrett.
Eric's doing the same thing he's been doing this whole fight.
Okay. All right. Jack.
Well, I'm assuming he still has some of the metal stuff on since it takes 10 minutes to take armor and all that off.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that as my bonus action, 48. And then I'm pretty sure I can do that as a bonus action, yeah.
As Jack kind of prepares his next action or attack, you're going to visibly see that again he begins to claw at himself in pain as this metal continues to burn into him.
And then I'm just going to vicious mockery him and tell him that was a cool spell he did earlier. What was it?
Straight up sarcasm, vicious mockery.
All right. Roll that. It's a B.
He's got to make a wisdom save.
save.
I'm sure he has plenty of it. Oh, I moved up to 3d4. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 points.
You will hurl these insults at him as he kind of writhes in pain and agony from this metal that almost seems to be melting into him. And as he did that, as if insult to injury wasn't enough, you've now again vicious mockeried him. As you do that, he will let out a scream and he will all of a sudden transform into a cloud of mist.
Dang it.
Dude, I should have done it last turn.
Yeah, we missed our chance. He gone.
I should have done it last turn.
You can't do anything to the cloud of mist?
Not now.
He gone. I mean, congrats, we killed him, but we didn't really kill him.
No, we didn't do anything.
Well, he has to make it back to his lair and all that stuff. So we have a little time. We bought some time.
Yeah.
So, you now have a cloud of mist in front of you as you have appeared to have enacted the killing blow. Are you going to take any movement, Jack?
I guess
So
I'll be
Carrick's
close.
uncharmed now, right?
Yeah, that's a meta question for you. Is Carrick aware that he is uncharmed?
That is not a bad question. He is the charm. All of a sudden, Carrick is going to realize. Well, he's going to look around and go, "What the hell am I doing?" You're going to realize that you're an octopus hiding in the corner of the table.
Well, I knew that. I wasn't unconscious when I cast.
No, I know, but you're going to realize that
I
you
made
didn't.
the choice specifically to take myself out of the fight because I didn't want to hurt my friends, and I didn't want to get in the book.
You will feel yourself come back to your senses. You will know that you feel like you are in control of your thoughts and your decisions for really the first time.
I feel that I will take a free action to drop polymorph on myself.
Okay. As you do that, everyone else is going to hear this crash as a gun.
His characters, from inside.
Yeah. And so Carrick is back to normal, feeling completely in control of his thoughts and everything.
I'll say, did you kill him?
We turned him into mist.
Where'd you
Dude,
get
you hit him so hard. You made him laugh so hard that you hurt his feelings so bad he turned to mist. He's dead.
Killed him with his words. Is the mist still in the? Well, I'm not in the room. I can't answer that question. I'll yell out. Is the mist still in the room? And I'll start running around the corner.
Well, I'm assuming it is, but we're still in the turn order if that's the case, right?
Because there's still something on the board. Okay, never mind.
Well, the bats are gone if Strahd dies. It says that in the thing.
Well, then there's. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't. Sorry, I hadn't.
So there's just a mist standing in front of us right now.
Yep.
Yeah, but I guess if we're not in the turn order, then the mist has the same amount of movement as all the rest of them.
The only reason I moved up there is I thought there were bats there. Huh.
There were
bats there.
All of a sudden they disappear after he
I
was
gotcha.
killed. But I'm leaving it up there if there's because I don't know what kind of crazy stuff y'all have got. Carrick, you would come out of you drop your polymorph.
Yeah, Carrick's in the corner yelling. Is he dead? Where's he at? That's all I can do, I guess.
Mist table
Okay.
in between the lion and Drew.
Right.
The line. If it's the lion's turn, he's just gonna try to grab the mist. He doesn't know.
Gets wet.
He's just happy to be here.
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna just do an air hug.
Yeah. Grim will look back and be like, "Dude, you were a squid. Hey, your boy is turning into rolling over there." I don't know. I think he's leaving.
All right. So Droot, I'm just kind of going through the turn order to see. Droot, anything you're gonna do?
Yeah, I want to run to this window over here
Okay.
and stand in front of it and block the windows. And then as an action, I'm going to cast Moonbeam where he's standing. So I'll put that radius right on top of him.
All right. Here. All right. Let's see here. All right, since that he's already in mist form, you'll do that, and there's not really anything that's going to happen with that.
At the start of his turn, he's got to make a con save if he's in it.
Okay. All right, and
which would be now. But he's also at disadvantage on the con save because he has the shape changer feat.
Let's see here. Let's see here. What is it? What was it? Con save?
Yeah, at disadvantage.
Oh,
So he fails. So, all right, so this is going to have to be a DM ruling here because it says if he fails it, he reverts back to his original form.
Okay. All right. He will, as this moonbeam kind of comes down almost out of nowhere through the through the ceiling and envelops the mist. You will
And
kind of, you'll kind of see the mist kind of almost just kind of haze in and out, and then all of a sudden, he will reappear on the ground on his back. Kind of writhing in pain, with his arms up, kind of reaching up toward the ceiling, and he'll kind of let out a cry or a scream as he kind of his eyes dart around, trying to figure out what in the hell just happened.
And he'll take 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
Do we want to put a circle up there or something?
Yeah, you can.
Because it stays.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. If you'll.
What is it?
5 foot radius.
It's 5 foot radius.
All right. And so he takes 11. He's at 0.
so that's a failed death save.
Correct.
Really? What? Oh,
I'm just marking that as a death save.
If he's already at 0, isn't that a crit? So it's 2 death saves.
He's got to be a melee attack.
yeah.
It's melee attacks.
I believe so.
Double check. I mean, I thought I had read somewhere many years ago.
Yeah, it's
I believe it's melee.
but melee attacks are crits if they hit.
Yeah.
All right. So next up is Baron.
He's prone.
Oh yeah, he's on his back. He's he's for all intents and purposes incapacitated.
I'll just try to say I'm in melee right there. Or, like. Oh, hell. Hit Alt.
All right.
Alright. There. Just gonna hit him. What was that? No. Is it Bless still in effect or no?
No, I dropped it for the moonbeam.
Okay. Okay. Do this again. And then there's a small chance. No. One more. And also one more. Precision. Did that
So
hit?
close.
They did
So
hit.
close.
Huh? 28 ties, right?
Mm-mm.
No, 29 is
Yeah, it's 29.
Oh, okay. Alright. What I'll do is Use. Let's see. I'm going to swing again, but I'm going to give my action to Ivor. Tell him to hit him. And roll this. No hit. So I'm going to roll 2 more times on him.
No.
Nope. And nope. Okay. That's my turn.
All right, Garrick.
Oh boy. Carrick's going to come charging in the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How close am I? I'm going to, should be pretty close. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're going to see Carrick mutter some new words that you've never seen him mutter before. Going to reach out his hand. And a bright, literally, sunlight will shoot from his hand in a 5-foot wide line, 60 feet long, straight towards Strahd.
Okay.
And I need a con save.
All right. Let's see.
It says undead and disadvantage. Undead and oozes have disadvantage.
You got it.
Doesn't matter, he failed. So yeah, that's 20. Well, if you want to take that roll, that's fine. 28 radiant.
Yep.
And he is bathed because he is within 30. Let me change this to a spell card so you can read it.
We lost Chris.
There. Okay.
I'm sure he has to work tomorrow.
He is bathed in sunlight because he is within 30 feet of me.
Okay. He is, you'll kind of hear, not only will he take that damage and that'll cause another death save fail, he'll kind of scream as the sunlight or the sunbeam kind of hits him. And at the start of his next turn, he would take an additional 20 radiant damage.
And I'll say any last words, although he's unconscious already, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, Jack.
All right. So he failed another death save with that?
Yep.
Well, I'm assuming he's still wearing the medal, so.
That heat metal's been sick.
It really has.
Yeah, it's a pretty nasty spell.
That'll be additional damage that he takes.
Yep.
And that will be the third failed death save. And with that, you will hear just an ungodly scream that kind of not only with your ears auditorily you can hear, but almost in your minds, and it almost seems like the room kind of quakes as kind of sonic waves from his screech kind of emit, centered on his body. And as he does that, his body will completely just burst into flames, and then to ash. And as you do that, you will hear off in the distance, but almost as if it's next door, you will hear bells begin to ring. As again, you can tell that it's far away, but it's so loud it almost shakes the room as well. As you hear just continuous bells that ring. And as that happens, you'll see the kind of the ash on the floor, kind of floating away in a pile. And we are out of combat.
Somebody should do a sending spell. Let me know about it because I'm in bed.
All right, bro. Good night.
Just remember that all these other people said he's been killed multiple times. He always comes back. He's always talked about how.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, the sending spell, but Carrick's going to be concentrating on the sunbeam just for the full minute, just because.
All right. See y'all
Yeah, I
later.
ain't lifting the
All right,
moonbeam at all.
All right. So what you said that you were going to continue to.
Yeah, I'm just going to hold this for the whole minute.
Yeah, same for the moonbeam, whole minute. Just leaving it there.
Yeah, just all over that corpse.
So yeah, you just continue to hold it on the.
Yeah, I'll loot them. I'll loot the corpse. First and foremost. This ashes, you said?
Yeah, it's just ash.
Yeah, he's completely ash at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna collect all the ashes.
Blade style, just turned into ash.
Yeah, I'm collecting all the ashes.
Just like Grim. You should give him to Drew.
100%. I'm gonna spread them out for everybody that knows what to do with them. But I'll be the
So you're kind of holding moonbeam on him while Baron kind of kicks at the ash, just to kind of make sure that no little trinkets were left behind.
No, I want to take all the ashes.
Oh, all the ashes.
I'm collecting
Okay.
them so I can show them to Darut and Grim.
Okay.
I want to go look outside. What does outside look like?
Okay.
I don't even going outside. I just want to look outside.
Okay.
Important
As
clarification.
as you Grim will approach, I guess the closest window or door. I'm trying to see where he's at.
I'll walk over to this window.
Gotcha. You'll kind of take a look out the window, and you'll notice that the fog seems to be retreating or recessing away from the house. And as you kind of continue to watch it, it makes its way backwards out of the village, or at least as far as you can see down the road, it seems to be retreating.
I want to look at Eric and see if he looks any different.
Yeah, Eric is. I mean, he still has this holy hell look on his face, but it's like a normal holy hell look. Like he is back to himself, and he's going. I never thought I would see this.
Eric, get some L, and let's have a go.
Eric, Carrick's going to summon R2 to his shoulder.
Okay.
Is she an owl?
She is still a skeletal owl.
I don't know about this, boys.
What are those damn bells ringing?
Drew will kind of say that out loud and kind of think that himself. And as he's kind of says that out loud, Grim, who's well, you're at a window too, aren't you, Drew?
Me? Yeah, I was trying to block the window.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you're at a window, so you can kind of turn, the same way that Grim was kind of checking out. You'll kind of turn and you'll hear the bells, but you'll also see the same thing as Grim. It appears that some of the Barovians are kind of coming out into the street as the fog is now dissipated. So you can see that. I mean, not crowded. We're not talking Mardi Gras here, but there are several residents that have kind of been stooped up in their house. They are now kind of coming out into the street, kind of looking around with these surprised looks on their face. Some are kind of holding their ears because the bells are so loud.
Cram, remind me, this land, does it get sunlight?
It does get sunlight. I mean, it is light out, but it's not the type of sunlight that you are used to. It's more of a subdued, almost kind of.
It's still like a disco ball in here. Like they can see like the brightest light they've ever seen.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about outside. No, inside. Oh,
yeah, I mean outside. Like, are they used to sunlight here? Is what I mean.
Oh no, they are not used to sunlight.
So Carrick just made this room brighter than anyone's ever seen in this.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why this Eric has got this just look not only about what happened with Strahd, but I mean it's he can't, it's not registering what exactly is happening in any capacity in any way. And yeah, so the villagers that have kind of come out, not only are they holding their ears, but yeah, they would see that the Blood of the Vine Tavern is lit up. Well, you said it like a disco ball.
Well, for a minute, then it fades.
Yeah.
So, well, that was interesting. Hey, there for a minute, Drew, I just, need to apologize to you because, there for a minute, I thought Strahd was my best friend.
Doesn't it suck? I just hate it when he does that to me.
Well, luckily it had already happened to you, so I knew kind of what to look out for, so I just ran away.
Yeah. It's probably a lot better than me keep wrestling with Baron on the boat.
That time you were on the boat and you kept trying to actually help the vampires. That was cool.
He was my friend.
Strahd was my friend too for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Stupid abomination.
So with that, yeah, guys, kind of tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Hell, we made it through like 2 days.
The fog is gone, you said?
It's receded, yes. Both Grim and Droot kind of saw it back away from the house and kind of almost like it was getting sucked up in a vacuum, kind of just retreating backwards down the streets of the village.
And I'll say, Droot, are there people outside now?
Yeah, it looks like some of them are coming out of their houses.
Maybe we should go. Maybe we should go introduce ourselves.
The Iron Lords.
Iron Lords.
Cool. Hold on, wait. I believe I heard Grim say something about a drink though first. I think I might need one after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all.
Eric wiped the stupid look on his face, and
Well, yeah. I mean, now that Carrick has finished blinding everybody, including him. Yeah.
Don't worry, I can only do that once a day.
He's going to, I guess, hear Droot and Grim mention drinks, and he's going to look at you almost like that's the craziest thing he's heard. Like, after this, you want to drink, but he doesn't know what to do. He says, he just kind of gives you like okay, and he grabs and he puts a couple ales on the counter of the bar.
Yeah. That's
don't
not the craziest shit we ever done.
This is weird.
Yeah. This is like the third craziest thing we've ever done.
Remember that time we caused a city to fall out of the sky? That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was pretty awesome.
I used to be an elf. I've seen some weird shit.
Yeah. They had beer in that castle too, so we probably get some here, right? Ale. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, he's just kind of seems to be on automation here. He's not really making a lot of conversation. He's just kind of following. Like, I mean, he's still trying to process all that just happened in this span of a few minutes.
I'm thinking, I guess if it's just us and Eric in the bar, I'll say to the group, I think he should be gone for good, according to what I read in the library. But, for good measure, he's still got a lair up there in his castle. Maybe we should go check that out.
You don't have a choice.
And Eric, hey, listen, we had a deal. Like, hey, if Strahd or anybody who's related to him shows up, you come tell us.
He's going to say, you'll kind of see almost like this shock turn to worry, like maybe he, again, kind of thinks that he's in trouble with you all. He's like, I am so sorry. I answered the door, and before I knew it, I was inviting him in. I felt like I couldn't say no. I felt like he was a friend of mine, and
Eric won't say anything. He'll just look at his drink.
I'm going to write you a little note that says, Strahd is not my friend, and I want you to read it every day.
I'm on inside check him just for fun.
I'm just going to carve it into the bar right here. Strahd is not my friend. So if you ever feel like he's your friend, just read the note.
All right, meta game real quick. That is a nice workaround of just charm someone and get them to invite you into the house.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice move.
Especially with that 22 DC.
Yeah.
I had advantage on that roll when I lost.
Yeah, he has some mechanisms in place.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, when I rolled that first attack of the battle and at 23, and you were like, "Nope," I was like, "Shiz."
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
inside check on Eric as far as he didn't know that he was going to be charmed, or he's never been charmed before.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that insight. I mean, again, he's telling you the truth. He's like, I mean, he meant what he said in his apology. That I mean, he agreed to kind of alert you. He was opening up some of the windows and kind of getting things ready for the beginning of the day. It was early morning, and there was a knock at the door, and he just figured it was a patron, and he kind of explains to you when the moment he opened the door. He felt something kind of come over him, and he just felt compelled to let this person enter.
Well,
No, I get it, Eric. I understand. I assure you. I once invited a vampire onto a boat that we were sailing, and yes, I get it.
And so then again, he's serving y'all ale, and he's again kind of apologizing, and he goes, I mean, I've heard stories of people that have come here and killed him. I just thought that those were stories. I still don't understand how you did it.
Well, first I turned into an octopus. And then I hid for about 5 rounds of combat.
Step number 1, octopus.
So this is how you do it, Eric. See our friend Jack here. He's really good with insults.
He did really kill him with words.
He mocked Strahd until he just died and turned into a myth.
It made him feel so bad that he died.
He gave up on living. Words are worse than sticks and stones.
It was pretty funny that's not the first time he happened to be coming up just at the right time with his vicious mockery.
He's killed so many things with vicious mockery.
Yeah, he has.
Hey, Eric, I'll forgive you, but I'm going to need this bearskin rug on the floor.
He says, "Take it."
Hey,
I'm going to look at the line and go, roll that shit up.
hey, Grim, didn't you try and scry on somebody last night?
I did. You know what?
Question. You remember when you charged into the throne room and you saw Randy in there threatening me and my brother? Remember that?
I do remember that.
Maybe you want to try and scry on that guy and see where he's at?
I can certainly do that.
I'm just curious because wasn't he a shape changer? Just
He
think
was.
out loud.
Do what now? You broke up there.
So I was just thinking out loud. I said, what if Strahd was actually scared of us and it wasn't Strahd that we just killed?
We didn't kill him. He's got a lair somewhere. We know that.
Let me see.
Just thinking.
Hey, I'm going to do something I've never done before.
Drink.
Until here at level 11 now. I can do this. I'm going to convert sorcery points into a spell slot.
Yes, you can, sir.
Woo-hoo.
You're a level 2 sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came back changed.
Yeah, he did. He's a brand new man. New skill set.
Yeah, you couldn't have picked a better combo.
Yeah. I kind of stumbled backwards into that.
Yeah. Oh, Funzy, man. I love Funzy. If we could play that again.
That's what made me interested in it was Funzy.
Yeah.
I really want to play the
You know
gunslinger.
I'm telling you, I've got my
Yeah.
sheet, both sheets. I've got Baron's sheet ready and J-Mix sheet ready. I got my gunslinger and my. Do I have a warrior in yours, Baron?
I hadn't seen it. I don't know.
Yeah, I sent it to you. You've got it.
When we finish this campaign, I guess we can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh,
if it's not loaded in there, I don't have it. You probably did. Yeah, I think you emailed it to me. If you
Yeah,
emailed
I
it to me,
emailed it to you. I think you were gonna. That was so long ago when you first called for it. Is when I gave.
You probably did. I might already have it loaded in.
All right. Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta go to work, but
Well, was anybody gonna do anything before we?
I think we leave it here.
I think we leave it
yeah.
as.
Before we decide on what to do next, let's get everybody together.
Yeah, and that would give us a chance to finish our level up and stuff.
All right. Well,
Clearly, I took Sunbeam as one of my 2 spells. I can't go back on that now.
Yeah, that's canon.
Yeah, kind of happened.
well, you took what?
Sunbeam, the spell I used. So clearly, one of my spells I used.
I got you.
So yeah, no changing that now. It's canon and story.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah, if you hadn't used it to any prominent effect, then yeah, but you kind of use that to prominent effect.
I might change my other one since I didn't read the costly components portion of it before I picked it. So
yeah, that's fine. Like I said, the only thing I really wanted y'all to do is just update your HP, but y'all have got a couple days or whatever to tailor your level 11, and we'll hit the exact or virtual pause button, no rest or anything. We'll just like pick it up literally from this moment right here when everybody's back together.
Cool.
That makes sense. All right.